but like,
No. If you were to block me, first strike would get through, and then you gain control of it.
well, no. If you block, first strike hits, double strike hits, the blocker dies, and then double strike gets through, does the damage, and then gives it. No, not without
It's
trample.
combat
But yeah,
damage. Combat damage to a player. Yeah, you're right.
yeah.
Okay, so never mind. Hi everyone. Welcome to the show before the show. We're just talking about Kain. Tell me if you like the play on words that I created with the title of this deck as soon as I put it in the description for you. Here you go. I don't know. I played Abel in a high school production of something. And Kain killed me. Spoiler alert. But yeah, let me know if you like the name. Sorry, that was long-winded. I'm Pat, your local game guy. This is co-host Will. Hey, Will.
Sup?
We were just discussing whether or not double strike is effective, or what's better, first strike or double strike on Kain, Traitorous Dragoon. And the fact is,
It's the same picture.
it's both the same. It's both the same. Kain kills Abel in the end. That's what we learned from this. But speaking of, I'll just throw him on screen so we can all talk about him. This is going to be a really fun deck. It was, well, we already got Edge of Eternities, and we're still in Final Fantasy. We wanted to do this deck a while ago, but life. And more life coming at you, too, at least me. I just got back from Puerto Rico, and we wanted to tackle this finally. We covered Edge of Eternities through our set list. I don't think we've done a proper... No, we did a set review and a set list, so check those out. If you care to catch up with Edge of Eternities, I feel like we've probably mostly all picked up our singles. But if you're still looking to build for some of the legendaries from these past two sets, I'm not going to say Edge had a lot, but holy crap did Final Fantasy have a lot. And Kain was one of them. He historically and canonically looked most like a 4. That's what he's known for. Also used Traitorous in his game. So yeah, you'll see him on the title art for Final Fantasy IV, and you'll also see him in our stream today. He's mono black. Not usually good in a competitive setting, but there's like a few decks that stand out. Obviously, Sidisi ages ago, Yawgmoth, Thran Physician, people like.
Yawgmoth, Crick, Braids is kind of back, and I'm
Tiny
still
Bones.
waiting for people to build Xenos and do stupid crap with Xenos.
Yeah, and you know what's funny? From my old Moxfield account, I still get likes on my old-ass Tiny Bones deck. Has no one else tried? It's so funny.
I still get likes on my Finn aggro deck. That is my most liked, my most viewed, and my most... whatever the three things are in Moxfield, that is my most interacted with the deck ever. And I'm like, I have not updated that deck list in like
Same.
5 years. What the crap?
That's your contribution, man.
Like, it's funny. I'll keep getting emails from Moxfield, and it's like, somebody liked a deck, and I'm like, I know what deck it is.
Same.
Oh, look, it's Finn.
Same. It's never anything else. It's always damned Tiny Bones, and like the legacy of that deck is just tragic. I really punished people with it. I almost feel a little bad, but not really. It was a fun deck. At any rate, like the decks over on Tapped Out if you have an account. Push them up to the top. We don't really advertise for the show on Tapped Out. Just push them up to the top because. But Kain, potentially cEDH royalty. No, he potentially high-powered, good. Maybe just edging the thought of cEDH. I don't know how we want to take it today. So Will and I were discussing some of the general game plans and packages that you would find in Black and how they all mostly work with Kain. He has a really unique effect. Now we haven't talked about him, but he's been on screen this whole time. We were contemplating like just full pure aggro, or do we interlace like Doomsday lines, buried packages, and tomb packages, stuff like that. One thing is a constant though, and that is not wanting to relinquish control of Kain. Again, we're going to go through all of this in a few, but if there are any decks that you guys want to cover, this is what I was trying to get at earlier, any decks you guys want to cover from Final Fantasy, let us know in the live chat or let us know in the VOD. Just give us ideas of what we should brew, like what you're not seeing out there that you thought could be competitive and or just a fun time in a casual setting. because we brew for both. We're going to try to take this competitively, though. And on that note, Will, how do we want to tackle this? Let's sort this out with the audience, and then we can sort of get to it.
So first, we can give everybody the rundown of Kain. For those who don't know this interesting commander, he's 2 and a black for a legendary creature, human knight with 2 power and 4 toughness, and he has jump. During your turn, he has flying. Then, when Kain deals combat damage to a player, that player gains control of Kain. If they do, draw that many cards and create that many tap treasure tokens, then lose that much life. So basically, draw a lot of cards, make a lot of treasures, but everybody's doing that, so everybody's getting draw. Unless they're not, because Homeward Path.
Right. That's probably the main card for the deck. That's why it's the image at the top left there. And that's why it's right here in the list. I feel like we may or may not all know what this does. There was a time where a Gilded Drake was common occurrence, and you just had to have Homeward Path in your deck. It taps for generic, or each player gains control of all creatures he or she owns.
It's funny, I think Gilded Drake is now more common, but it's because Volatile Storm Drake is in abundance.
Yeah, Volatile Storm Drake is pretty fire for a blue card. But
for those who want to know how to win with Kain, a couple different ways. The first way that I kind of thought was Doomsday, because not only does Kain give you the mana to pay for the pips on Doomsday, but he also draws you the cards to get your Doomsday package, so he just kind of does the thing. The one risk of that is he's going to make you lose life, and that's scary, but the other thing is just doing a Buried Alive package and then hitting 1 or 2 reanimates to do the thing. And finally, and the easiest way to win with Kain, hitting people hard. Because if you hit somebody with Kain and they die, they don't get Kain, and then you can keep going and keep punching people and slowly win the game.
Right.
And Kain is a really good aggro commander because he gives you benefits for building harder and hitting harder and playing faster. So if he gets blown up, you have the mana to replay him, and you have cards in hand to let you rebuild.
Yeah, I feel like it's and not even like high risk, high reward. Yes, you are losing life when you punch for X amount. It's important to bear in mind, though, that like with 40 starting total, you can't like commander punch everyone. You can commander punch one person, but to do another 21, you would need to be gaining life, right? So the aggro line, I think like there need to be some form of lifelink involved here.
Well, if you hit the first person and kill them, you don't.
Oh, you don't. Life. Yeah, that's true. That's true. So once you get this is that thing. So they only gain control of it. The whole trigger revolves around the fact that there's a player to gain control of Kain. So yeah, I guess you could just profit, maintain a hand size of 7, kill a guy.
Yeah, I can give the quick description that you wanted me to give. For anybody who doesn't know, if Kain kills a player that he hits, the Kain trigger goes on the stack. That player does not exist. You cannot donate a permanent to a player that no longer exists, meaning that the entire rest of the ability fizzles. I know that they put in the if you do clause so that you can't be like, I'm going to hit you with Kain. In a response, I flicker Kain or blow up and reanimate Kain or something along the lines of that. They wanted to prevent people from abusing Kain by doing that. But also it makes it so that you don't get burned out by punching people hard enough. So, good, well thought through.
Yeah, don't tell your friend he doesn't exist, okay? You don't exist. Nothing happens.
It's imaginary.
Well, unless you are just playing with imaginary friends. Kind of reminds me of those early shorts I was doing. At any rate. Yeah, Kain.
Well, call me Mr. Rogers because I'm going to make all my friends imaginary.
Ooh. Is that who Kain is? IRL?
Freaking Mr. Rogers like pulls off the cloak and it's Mr. Rogers. Hi there, neighbor.
So, do we want to just do aggro stuff and just like add a package that lets him crack people?
Yeah, I like just doing... My bid is Stax and Aggro because weirdly enough, Kain works really well with most of the Stax things that you'd want to do. Because land hate, he makes you treasures. You don't care about land hate. Sack permanence, he doesn't care. He's making you a ton of permanence. Like discarding cards in hand or stuff like that.
Yeah.
You're drawing a ton of cards. You don't care.
Yeah, ETB effects doesn't really matter. Like a lot of stuff. The only thing you don't want to use is like a null rod or shut off artifacts like collector oof, which you couldn't use, but you get the idea. Anything like that would be bad.
He really likes Cursed Totem, though. He does not care about Cursed Totem.
No, that's okay. We can run Cursed Totem. That's actually not a bad idea to go Stagro. Because there's a little bit of a wind-up here, obviously. Like, you need to go through the process of putting Kain down. He's only 3 CMC, but there will be a turn or two in advance where you'll play Stax. Also, we're in Ritual colors, and odds are likely we're going to utilize those to push him out, and then, provided we have anything, like we pull our Dark Rit later, use that to go ahead and give yourself whatever other Stax piece you want. I don't know. Do we go so far as using something like Trinisphere to slow things down?
Yeah, we can, because we have the mana to play through it, so might as well.
All right. I like this. Yeah. Is this a Smokestacks deck?
Honestly, yeah.
Maybe.
We make a lot of treasures if we're just like, hey, everybody sack all your lands. Okay.
Braids in the 99 as well?
I think that Braids is fine. The Descending Staircase might be better, or whatever it's called, like Staircase to Madness. I can't remember the name of that. That might be better than Braids, but like, we got options.
Staircase. Let's just try to find that. Any fun...
Descent to Madness, I think, is what it's called.
Wow, I can't spell. Descent to Madness?
It's something.
5 CMC. At the beginning of your upkeep, put a despair counter on there. Each player exiles. Oh my god! Exiles permanents he or she controls and or cards from his or her hand, where X is the number of despair counters.
We exile treasures and lands from hand.
Is there a Seething Song in black yet?
No. I mean Cabal Ritual, but...
yeah, actually, when we hit Threshold. We're not going to get there by exiling cards, but you get the idea.
Do you care about it being 5 mana? Kain kind of ramps us up to that.
No, not really. I mean, it sucks to have in hand early, but like that could be your Chrome Mox target, I guess. So the land base was ripped from Braids, not by Braids, although Braids might rip some of these lands in her own deck. So we'll modify this with any other new utilities that came out. Is there a new black land we should be incorporating?
Wasn't
there just like a planet?
Yeah, but the Susser Sugundi, it's draw equal to power. I don't think we actually care about that.
You don't want to draw equal to our power?
Well, it's sack a creature, lose 2 life, draw equal to that creature's power. We can sack our Stax things and put equipments on them beforehand to draw a ton, but like we just want to punch with Kain.
Yeah, are we just putting more basics out? I'm trying to think, like, do we just want to swap some of these out for more basics at this point, then? I still like City of Traders. Gemstone Caverns is good. We can maybe take Homeward Path out. Listen. Mutavault we're taking out. Nykthos Shrine to Nyx.
I don't think we need that. I don't think we're going super pip heavy.
Don't need Phyrexian Tower.
Yeah, agreed.
I don't think we're going to have that many bodies, and if we do, they're hate bears, so we probably want to keep them around. Urborg 2 of Yawgmoth, we probably don't need to give people swamps.
I mean, that's fine, because it makes our colorless lands tap for pips. I like it.
Okay. Urza's Saga?
Yes.
Yeah.
Good card is good. Thing that finds Commander Plate is good.
Yeah. Speaking of Commander Plate?
I also found what I think may be the best equipment in the deck. Because you know how we wanted another Homeward Path effect?
Yeah.
There is another Homeward Path effect in the most inadvertent way possible.
Gain control?
Sword of Hearth and Home.
Oh.
Protection from white and green +2/+2. Whenever the equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, exile up to 1 creature you own, and then search your library for a basic land, put both onto the battlefield, and then shuffle.
So you would just
It,
stack these.
you give your Kain, and then you exile Kain with Sword of Hearth and Home after donating him. So you do get the Kain trigger, and then you exile and return Kain to your battlefield.
Hold up. Equip creature, you can exile up to one creature you own. Yeah.
That works. That does work.
Put both cards. That's so nice that they worded it that way. Sure. Hearth and Home sounds good. That's so funny, dude. I mean, I feel like there's probably other swords we should consider too.
Yeah, there's other good equipment options. I think Commander's Plate is our best.
Just the evasion. Well, he's
Yeah,
flying
well,
too.
and protection.
Yeah.
Hearth and Home is good because it resets Kain. I don't think we need the untap or the discard from Feast and Famine, so we can
Mm-mm.
skip that. Fire and Ice is just. Actually, I was gonna say Fire and Ice is draw. Do we care about getting one extra? 2 damage removals, kind of
I like the shock.
okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
I like the shock. I wouldn't say it's absolutely necessary though. I mean, again,
yeah,
the get through a red or blue potential flying blocker like Crom on both sides.
yeah. I do kind of like that just for the sake of covering other colors. I will also say Nettle Cyst and Cranial Plating are our 2 best damage equipments, just because Nettle Cyst give +1/+1 for each artifact and or enchantment you control, and Cranial Plating is +1/+0 for every artifact you control. And Eterian's Soul Cleaver. Whenever an artifact or creature is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter onto equipped creature. Sack treasures make big.
How do you spell Tyrion?
Tarrian, and then apostrophe S, Soul Cleaver.
Tyrion Soul Cleaver. Which is the one that does damage based off of your life total?
That it's a new one from Final Fantasy, so I'm gonna have to scroll all the way down because I have it sorted by EDH rec rank.
Do you want Buster Sword in this deck?
Uh,
I need to remember what it does. It makes
it's plus
Kain
3/+0
swole.
when it deals combat damage. Draw a card, then cast a spell with less than or equal to the damage dealt.
Huh.
I mean, cast a 5-drop after, and you stack it so that you donate Kain, and then you get the Buster Sword draw and cast after, so you have more things in hand.
It's kind of
Yeah,
slick. I mean, yeah, I don't know that it's needed per se. Feels a little win more, but I mean, you may cast a spell from your hand. This is just laying hate down. So, like, it is kind of expensive again to cast, but once you do it, like, you get value from it. Like, it's free casting shit. Maybe that 5 costs enchantment. Let's throw it in the deck for now. We're going to rate this deck, by the way, after we're done brewing it. So, don't worry about that.
oh, I forgot the quote unquote best sword of now. We got the Dragonfire Blade, +2/+2, and hexproof from Monocolor.
Ooh.
Good
For
enough.
each color. Wait, the spell costs 1 less to activate for each color of the creature.
So it's
Oh,
3, equipped for 3, but like, it's very good protection.
that's extremely good protection. Ooh. Wow. Why did I forget about this thing? It's not necessary in a lot of
Because it
decks, but
doesn't have sword of in the name, Patrick.
I guess so. Sword of Dragon Fire and Blade. I like it. Yeah, we can use that. Sorry, what was the other one though? The equipment damage off life.
I'm still scrolling down to that now. Apparently, no one's playing it, so it's not like anywhere reasonable on EDH rec rank.
Oh no, that's okay. I'm gonna do it by release date.
It should be up
Uh,
there. Honestly, yeah, I should just do that.
do you remember if it's rare?
It is mythic.
It's a mythic.
Found it.
Recent. Is it Final Fantasy?
Yeah. A tier and pre-win.
Pre-win. Pre-win. Base power and toughness is equal to your life total. Damn, that's expensive. Do you like it though?
Yeah, but we can pay. Kane's a rich bitch.
Eater and Prewin. Sure, we can try it. I feel like I don't know. I don't know that it's gonna work, but I'm gonna cross my fingers. That's pretty crazy, though. It's quite a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Is there
Uh,
anything else new that came out that's worth looking at?
we also should not anything I think is too relevant.
Mm.
Equipment wise, we got the Mind Slaver from the space set.
Yeah, the Dominion bracelet.
Yeah. We have combat. No, it's just
Would there be a benefit to the Mind Slaver?
no. Well, hitting somebody with Kain, giving them control with Kain, moving to their turn, and having them hit and kill somebody with Kain for you.
Mm. That wouldn't be
So
horrible.
yes, but eh.
Wrecking Ball Arm's kind of cool, just making him a base 7/7. Whenever equipped
Yeah, and
creature.
can't be blocked by weenies.
I also like Conformer Shuriken. If the creature has greater power than this creature, put a number of +1/+1 counters on it equal to the difference. It's only ever going to get that initial +1/+1 buff unless there's something really big on the battlefield. But I like the idea of being able to tap down a creature. It's not always necessary, but sometimes there's like flying blockers.
I mean, I feel like eventually we're just gonna get to the point where we're going like, okay, with my 10 cards in hand, I cast a removal spell.
Right. So how many pieces of equipment and/or auras do we want to slam on the boy?
Sorry. Adaptive Omni Tool is the other equipment we should be running. I completely forgot this is a thing because it was an Aether Drift and no one played Aether Drift.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I played it limited. What's it called again though? Wait.
Adaptive Omni Tool. It's just +1/+1 for each artifact you control.
That's so interesting. I have this sorted by release date, but
It's in the
adaptive.
commander precon.
Maybe
It's colorless.
why. Okay. Adaptive Omni Tool is pretty good though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like this one. All right. I'm gonna save out. Is there any good enchantment aura that would be great for this deck? I don't want to like dig too deep here because a lot of the body is going to consist of probably much more relevant cards.
I think the equipment that we have should be good enough.
Like sufficient.
Yeah.
Isn't there an enchantment that like makes him a devil that we can recast if he dies?
We can recast the enchantment from the graveyard by discarding a card, I think.
Right. I mean, that wouldn't be horrible. I think it's called like
Yeah.
Demon something.
It's like Demon Ward or something along the lines of that. Let me Aura.
Demonic Embrace.
Yeah.
Because it makes him +3/+1 flying permanently and as a demon in addition to its other types. You can cast it by paying 3 life in addition to discarding a card and paying its cost.
We just call it Caffeinate. He's jumping all the time.
Yeah. Do we need to caffeinate him like that though? Maybe not.
I mean, it's just another consistent way to buff him. Like it makes it so that he's always a 5.
Is it weird? There's a weird that I like it because we can sacrifice it to sacrifice effects and bring it back if we need to.
Yeah, it's good.
It's like low key decent for that reason. Not to say that's an excuse to run it necessarily, but we'll throw the Demonic Embrace in there. Okay, so we've got all these cards. We should probably. Is there a land that works like Commander's Plate? Isn't there something that like offers protection?
I know exactly what you're talking about. Heroes Plaza.
I probably don't need that.
Plaza of Heroes. My bad.
No, Plaza of Heroes. Do you think? Sorry, I'm just trying to think before I just add swamps to the deck. Like, is there any utility land that we should be considering?
we could do Tyrite Sanctum, but that's kind of eh. It's pay 2, put a counter on a creature, and then a +1/+1 counter on a creature, make it a god, pay 4, tap this, sacrifice this, and then put an indestructible counter on a god. That's kind of eh. But it's some kind of protection.
Disciple of the Vaults. Carl, why would you? Is there like a line of play you would run for this? I assume maybe some lesser Mastercore play. I think we're probably good on Disciple though. Poisonally, I feel like we're good.
It is a lot of burn inevitably, but
yeah,
I'd rather have a Disciple of the Vault that buffs Kain over a Disciple of the Vault that burns, because buffing Kain is a pretty good way of going about it.
You just mean with the treasures. Okay.
Yeah.
It's not a bad idea. That's an interesting utility. Yeah, all the treasures you make. Yeah, I don't hate that. It's across the board, right? No, it's target opponent. Can't do it. Sorry,
it's
wait.
Crime.
What's that? It's a crime. Yeah, it is a good
crime.
It's a crime. Let's look up lands really quick. I can't help but feel like we're missing something from the lands, recent lands. But after that, we can add our Stax pieces. Isn't there a land that helps us find other lands? Urza's Cave?
Yeah, Urza's Cave. That's the fetch land for any type of land, but you got to pay 3, tap it, and sack it, and I think you get the land into play tapped.
I think we would totally...
Still good enough. Speaking of which, Expedition map is probably good to include.
Yeah. I mean, outside of our regular tutors, are there any other land-specific tutors outside of Expedition map you can think of?
That is a good question.
Yeah, I'm literally just going to take a quick gander here.
Black.
Return target artifact card from your graveyard to your hand. Players are more likely to pass Kain back and forth. No, that's fair. I mean, we're trying to... The goal is to always have Homeward Path out. I know, easier said than done, but that's the goal, at least. I never read Midgard, City of Mako. Who calls it Mako? Who calls it Mako? Please let me know. I always said Mako growing up. But I'm pretty sure in the new games where it says Mako.
World map is another one. It's Expedition map, but it just you can pay 1, sack it to get a basic, or pay 3 and sack it to get a any type. So it costs 1 more to activate, but it is an option.
Okay. Isn't there like a fountain that does this to something fountain? Silva fountain? I feel like there's another land tutor card that exists, but we can incorporate it. Nah, it's probably all we want for lands.
Yeah, and then we just use the usual tutor package that we like.
Do you want Command Beacon?
No, we should be fine.
Right, I feel like, yeah. Urza's Cave is in, 100%. Trying to remember which set gave us Urza's Cave to begin with.
I think, was that Modern Horizons 3?
You are probably right. You're probably right. That sounds accurate. Forsaken Crossroads?
Yeah, I got it. It was Modern Horizons 3. I got that correct.
Huh.
All right, so we have our potential win con. We have our tutors now.
Yeah.
It's probably best to do with Stax, and then after that, it's throw in interaction and ramp. So Stax is next.
I didn't add our tutors yet. Sorry, Imperial Seal.
Oh.
Wishclaw Talisman. Do we want Entomb or Buried Alive or yada yada? Demonic Tutor, Vampiric Tutor, Imperial Seal, Wishclaw Talisman. That's all I have so far.
Entomb can find the demon thing that you like, but I
Mm-hmm.
don't know if it's good enough for just getting specifically that. So no.
No, I don't
But
disagree. What other tutors then? Do we want to use Beseech the Mirror?
uh, we can use Beseech the Queen. That's a fine enough tutor.
Yeah, actually,
And you already put in Demonic Tutor, right?
yeah. I mean, I'll put both Beseech the Mirror, Beseech the Queen, because Mirror would work with some of our higher end stacks pieces to just drop them on the field. Like, I would use that to get smokestacks.
Yep. Sack a treasure token, get anything.
Yeah, I like that. Smokestack and Braids Cabal minion. All right. And yeah, Beseech the Mirror is basically just Diabolic Tutor, right?
Yeah, it's a more or less diabolic tutor, but you can sacrifice tokens.
Wait, sorry, Beseech the Queen, Beseech the Queen.
Beseech the Queen is
It's 2 or 1
double
black.
generic or black 3 times, and then you search for a thing that costs less than or equal to the number of lands you control, which a lot of the time is going to be 0, so we're fine.
Is this a good card?
If it's finding Homeward Path, it's good enough. It's better Grim Tutor in that sense.
Oh. I mean, wait, is it better Grim Tutor in that sense?
Because most of the stuff that we're going to find is like 2 mana or less, or at least 1 mana or less. Three or less because of some of the equipments that we have. But that means that we're going to be able to find it, and we're not going to lose the life off Grim Tutor.
Yeah, you're right. Grim is the
We
one
can
that's
also just put in Grim Tutor. If
You
I'm
want to
being
roll with
completely
it?
honest, both are good.
Okay. That's interesting. We're on Grim Tutor. What kind of world is this?
Mono black. That's what world
Yeah.
this is.
All right, I think that's all the effective tutors that we would possibly want to run. Stacks?
Stax.
All right. All right, kids, let's get
Go for
serious.
the current cEDH package of Opposition Agent and Orcish Bowmaster.
Fair. Do we want that one CMC rock? What's it called?
What does it do?
It's an Oswald. It makes it so that they can't cast spells with a cost of
Vex
0.
and Bubble.
Yeah. I mean, that really only benefits other people. Right. Well, I mean, getting to cast spells that way only benefit because we're not playing shit. We will maybe have the one piece of removal.
Which... That's usually just a better defense grid, or like better defense grid.
Yeah.
I don't think that we'd want defense grid, so
no.
Yeah.
No, it's not that kind of world. But Trinisphere.
Yep, Trinisphere is good. I think that we can use
the Winter Orb stuff.
Yeah, Winter Orb and Winter Moon and Static Orb. No, not Static Orb. That really screws over our treasures, actually. Specifically not Static Orb.
Yeah, we need to be able to untap those. Right, because they come into play tapped with Kain.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can also put in Braids and Descent into Madness, as we discussed earlier.
Yeah, we put Braids in just a second ago, but Descent into Madness, not yet. But there she is. What are some potential threats we want to like neuter? Do we want just Torpor Orb?
Yeah, Torpor Orb's good. No
Null Rod.
Not Null Rod. We can do Curse Totem though.
Yeah, Curse Totem's good.
We can also hit Grafdigger's Cage, maybe. I don't think we care about Grafdigger's Cage. People aren't doing that. No, mainly hurts really. Reanimator right now.
Yeah, not really. I mean, spells being cast off of a deck, right? Is that what it reads to? Does it hit
it's
that?
Like specifically Phenomena.
Dalthy Voidwalker is interesting. It's like Grave Hate, but it's also just value for us. I don't hate that. Yeah, Carl, we can add Dalthy Voidwalker. I don't think that's a bad idea.
Yeah, I like it.
So taxation effects, like the Thorn of Amethyst and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Or
what is it? Thorn of Amethyst, Control Sphere? What is
you're
it?
something sphere. It's something sphere.
I know Damping Sphere is one, but that's not the one I'm thinking of.
Damping
It's
sphere is not bad. I mean, we're not.
Detention?
We can do dampening sphere because we're not trying
Yeah.
to. We are not trying to go that hard with this deck. You're
Is
so right, though.
the
Static.
Sphere of Resistance.
You said it. Sphere of resistance. We can do that, and we can also add in the Thorn of Amethyst. Might as well. Rug of Smothering. You didn't. That's not a real card. Hold
That
on.
is a real card.
No.
I don't think we need it, but that is a real card.
Whenever a player casts a spell, they lose 1 life for each spell they've cast this turn. Shit, we're gonna smother them with this. I like that's in the shape of an S for smothering. Is this like the unknown Pokemon, or are there like multiple that do different letters?
No, it's just a rug. It's a flying carpet.
Okay, so I'm only seeing an S. You're saying that it's not in the shape of an S. I'm only seeing that it's an S.
Well, I see what you mean, but nah.
You think that's just how a carpet would stand midair?
I don't know. Have you ever watched Aladdin?
I have.
That flying carpet does that all the time.
It had other shapes too, though. It became a hyphen when Jasmine and Aladdin were on it.
What shape that could it go into that gives it like the characteristic flying alive carpet pizzazz? What other pose could it hit, Patrick?
I just think that some of these artists aren't as innovative when it comes to carpet form, because I've seen my rugs make plenty of shapes. Anyways, any other suggestions?
How many of your rugs are smothering?
God, hopefully none. I mean, one's in the middle of the Hudson right now. So Chris, good suggestion on the rug. I'm not sure we're going to use it, but I love where your head's at. Give me some more smothering options. Name your favorite smothering card.
What is it? Phyrexian Revoker. That's one that we probably should have in the deck, just because it's good.
Is there anything else? I mean, apart from white, that does this?
Well, there's a million Pithing Needle effects. It's a very common effect.
Do you want a Pithing Needle in here?
I don't think that we need Pithing Needle. I think Phyrexian Revoker is the best one because they can hit mana abilities.
Okay.
Screw Urza, gang.
You're right. What else? Creatures activated abilities, Curse Totem. Anything uniquely black that we're not using?
A Grave Hate. A lot of Grave Hate.
Yeah, we don't need that.
Okay. We can do all of the stupid everything is only a swamp effects. Like the
I like that.
Means people don't use, like Contagion.
Yeah.
What is the other one? Infernal Blaze? Hold on. Let me find that. Infernal Darkness. Infernal Darkness is if a land taps for mana, it produces black instead of any other type. You have to pay 1 black and 1 life as a cumulative upkeep.
What name again? I'm sorry. And Contagion? It's not Contagion.
It's not Contagion. Contamination, probably. Infernal Darkness is the pay mana and life to make it so that people can't produce anything other than black.
I like that. Infernal Darkness.
Contamination is at the beginning of your upkeep, sack this or sack a creature. If a land is tapped for mana, it produces black instead of any other type or amount.
I don't know that Contamination will cut it, because we don't really have too many creatures to sack. If it was like a permanent, then yeah, we could roll with that all day.
I wish.
I do like Karn Great Creator, though. I think is being suggested.
Yeah. Also, wait, really quick. No. It's been reprinted in the Mystery Booster. I was going to say, Contamination isn't reserve list, but they haven't reprinted it, like, ever. Then I'm like, oh, no. It was printed in Urza Saga, got reprinted in the list in... Which year was this reprinted?
23 or 24? 24.
And then got printed in the Mystery Booster. Which
Sorry,
also
yeah. I was looking at
I do like that Mystery Booster printing.
I do, too. That's pretty slick, dude. You need something like Bitter Blossom or Recurring Skeleton. Yeah, yeah. You need like Ophiomancer in the command zone. I get you.
I mean, theoretically, with a sufficient amount of Kain draw, we should be drawing into creatures to keep contamination going.
Well,
But
right
like,
now I think we've got 3 creatures beyond Kain.
yeah,
Right, and we might have a manland or two just stuck in
we got,
there from
I
earlier.
think we got a bit more than 3, but basically 3.
Well, let's see, let's see. Braids, Cabal, Minton, and Dothy Voidwalker. Those are the 2 I missed. Oh, Phyrexian Revoker, excuse me. Yeah, Phyrexian Revoker.
I've got a Orcish Bowmaster. That counts as 2, Patrick. Orcish Bowmaster's 2. Actually, Orcish Bowmaster is near infinite, isn't it? It makes the token over and over and over and over and over again.
Except for the first draw in each of their draw steps. But
people are drawing. Somebody's gonna draw.
you're saying that you want contamination and that we hard focus
Maybe.
Orcish Bowmaster.
Maybe contamination.
All
I'm
right.
not hard sold on contamination, but like,
give us, you hear that? Orcish Bowmaster. It's just as good as any other token generator. Oppo agents in. Oppo agents in. And on that note, we've got a deck that's 93% casual. So let's see if that's true or not. 66 cards. Will we need to add mana rocks and that's it, I think. And then we test it. Am I wrong?
mana rocks and removal. Just general interaction removal. We can also add in the discard effects if you want, like oppression.
Yeah, we could. Shieldred the Apocalypse. Yeah, get creative with your Stax pieces, folks. Like, if you have any suggestions that we're missing, please, like, let us know, because there are certainly utilities that aren't in the deck that we can incorporate. Let me see here. Sorry, I was going to do something. I thought this would be a quicker way to do it. I'm borrowing some of Braid's mana base, but I realize in doing so, not her mana base, her artifact base, but I realize in doing so we're adding a lot of shit we don't need. Like Crucible of Worlds. We don't need that.
Yeah, agreed.
But I just wanted to get the rocks out of here. We don't need Grim Monolith. Jet Medallion, Will? Do you want that for ramp?
Nah, we run a lot of artifact stuff. Our deck is very colorless heavy.
Do you want Lightning Greaves? Or any sort of haste enabling?
Swing fast.
Swing fast. Sweet Kain. Swing fast.
Kain. Play Kain. Smack face. Have fun.
Mox Diamond I like. Swiftfoot Booties. Seems good. Swords of Light and Shadow and War and Peace. Do those tickle your pink?
Not really. War and Peace is like extra burn damage and a bit of life gain. We theoretically we net health with War and Peace, because like we attack, get the Kain trigger, give Kain to somebody, draw a bunch of cards, lose life, then gain life equal to the number of cards in hand, which is always going to be greater than the life we lost. Maybe?
It's going on the maybe board. Sort of Wealth and Power.
That sets up combos. Maybe. Once again, maybe.
I'm just naming the swords at this point. I'm going to put it to the side along with the One Ring. Okay, so we need some interaction, I think. Requiem Monolith. Demonic Junker. Hold up. There's some suggestions.
In the deck, Patrick? Are we putting oppression in the deck?
Wait, I'll answer that after I look up Marionette Master. Wait, did you want Shieldren here? Oh, Marionette Master is a great card.
Yeah. I think usually Marionette Master is like a Razaketh chain thing in mono black, which, to be fair, that could just be the thing we do to win the game.
Yeah, I like it. I don't know that we need it. Let me look at Demonic Junker. Is it similar in effect? Artifacts. Oh, affinity for artifacts. When this vehicle enters, for each player, destroy up to one target creature that player controls. Creature you controlled was destroyed this way. Put 2/1/1 counters on this vehicle. It's like an interesting board wipe, kind of. Selective board wipe. Requiem Mono. It's 3 casts until end of turn. Target creature gains whenever this creature is dealt damage. You draw that many cards and lose that much life. That creature's controller may have artifact. This artifact deal 1 damage to it. What do you think about Requiem Monolith?
No, I don't hate it, but like I don't think we need more draw. I think that Kain theoretically just with equipments should keep us at discarding the hand size every turn.
Man, Shieldred's really cool. I don't know that it's necessary. I understand the idea though of like wanting to like the gain life is what we can do consistently. Opponents drawing cards will happen frequently. So that's sort of its own win con, but we're not really initiating that. I don't know, man. I like oppression effects though. I do think that there's a case to be made for oppression because frankly it doesn't hurt us that bad.
Yeah. And
Sure.
speaking of interaction, we have like Thoughtseize and all those fun things.
Do we want those fun things? I'm just looking at our
Yes.
Sack
Yes,
Me
we
Mommy.
do.
I'm gonna grab the I'm gonna grab her interaction suite because it's really not that impressive. But we do need some of these things. We don't need Withering Torment. We can use stuff Snuff Out though. Don't need Malika Rebirth. Fell to Profane.
Yeah, it's a land.
Yeah, we should be using that. We don't need Entomb. Deadly Rollick, yes. Cut Down, Culling the Weak,
Yeah.
Cabal Ritual. These all make sense. Okay. Blasphemous Edict as a Wrath. Do we want Toxic Deluge as well?
Yeah, usually Kane's big enough that he should be able to jump it, pun intended.
Right. Toxic Deluge.
Yeah, Blasphemous Edict is the 13 thing, right?
Yes, it is. Do you like it, though? Be honest. You be honest. Feed the Swarm. You can incorporate Feed the Swarm. Mire and Misery. Maybe a little too much. We don't need Reanimate. We don't need Unmarked Grave. Okay. Are there any backgrounds that are useful when opponents have our commander? That's a good question.
There's the sack one at the beginning of your upkeep sacrifice. But they'll just sacrifice Kain though.
Mm-hmm.
If it's sacrifice another creature, let me double check that.
You know, Gibbous, I think mana intensive is okay for this deck, just because of the nature of the deck. But Meathook Massacre, I get.
Yeah.
Doesn't our boy have a big butt?
At the beginning of your upkeep, sack a creature. So they would just sack Kain.
Yeah. We want to Meathook it. So that slab of beef on a
Also,
hook.
wait, backgrounds fundamentally don't work with Kain because backgrounds say commander creatures you control. We won't control Kain.
Name me one background, Will.
Criminal past. It's not relevant. That is a background.
Okay. A creature with menace, Manache. Is that how background is worded?
Yep. Commander creatures you own have blank.
If an opponent controls a commander creature you own while you control criminal past, X will be the number of creature cards in that player's graveyard, not yours. You own. Well, I think it works.
Oh yeah, no, you own. Never mind. Wait, why did I say?
Yeah.
Why did I say control? I literally looked up the card to verify it, and I misread the freaking card. Yeah, that does work.
Well, let's give it a little gand then. So we're looking at Moon Knight, Haunted One. Pretty soon it will be Moon Knight. Commander creatures you own have, whenever this creature becomes tapped, it and other creatures you control that share creature type with it each get +2/+0 and gain Undying until end of turn. Huh.
I think that was in response to you saying name a background.
Yeah, I'm actually looking at it though. I mean, Gibbous, do you like this one for Kain?
It gives +2/+0 to Kain and then Undying to Kain. So like
Cost
if
3.
Kain deals damage and then we kill Kain in response, does it return owner's control? So we could have Kain attack, get 4, kill Kain, and Kain comes back under our control with a counter.
Gibbous, you sound like you like it.
Yeah.
Is there a... Oh, sorry.
I feel like Hearth and Home and Homeward Path are good enough, though. I don't want to accrue more slots to keep Kain around.
What is the thing that makes it so... What is the thing that makes it so that permanents enter the battlefield untapped? Is it in white?
No, you're thinking of Amulet of Vigor. Technically, it's permanents that enter tapped have an ETB untap this trigger.
Yeah, whenever a permanent enters the battlefield tapped under your control, untap it. To be honest with you, I feel like Amulet of Vigor is pretty good.
It's accelerant.
Well,
I like it.
Yeah, I mean, we'll draw X cards and get to use like the 4 or 5 mana we just made. Obviously, this doesn't play well into Damping Sphere, but I think it's important to be able to set up quickly. I like Amulet of Vigor here. I feel like this, if ever there were a deck... Sorry. Angels guide me while I wake, and I will watch for evil's creep. Angels guard me while I dream, and I will rest in peaceful sleep.
Is that Amulet of Vigor flavor text?
Yeah, for like some promo version that I've never seen.
Okay.
And then there's a really sick-ass looking one from 2023. Everyone is obsessed with this Cosmium stuff, but I can sense some kind of comparable power in this droplet of Ancient Amber. Dude, that's the one. Okay, shit, yeah, well, we're going to run that version. How much is Amulet of Vigor, actually? I've never played this card. What?
Yeah.
Why is it $40 baseline?
Modern.
Oh, never mind. Okay. Holy shit.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
This is a card you don't really consider for Commander often.
Unless it's a lands deck. Lands decks do like it.
Oh, hey. Yeah, we don't give a shit about that. Those treasures though? Yeah, thank you. Sorry. We're against the background though.
So give us, there's a 10-second delay on stream. I like that you had the exact same response that I had, probably like at around the same time that I said it.
Yeah, there's always a little bit of a delay. It's been one of the best decks in Modern for a long time now. Shit. I don't know.
You get prime time, and then prime time gets 2 bounce lands, and the bounce lands get a bounce trigger and an untap trigger. You untap them, tap them for 4 mana, bounce them to hand, play 1. It gets an untap trigger, tap it, bounce it to hand. You have 6 mana. You can play another prime time, which is then going to get you 2 more lands, which is then going to.
That seems okay.
Because if you have a Zusa with Amulet of Vigor, every land is basically a Dark Ritual. It's an up to.
Shit.
Every bounce land, I should say.
Chris Seaman did it though. This art is sick as fuck. I really like this art. All right. Will, we've got interaction, we've got ramp, we've got meat hooks. What are we missing? There's 10 cards we can add to this deck, Will. Let's get a bird's eye view. Let me see if we're missing anything crazy. We've got 34 artifacts. Anything we can... Wait, is there anything that we... The affinity for artifact angle you guys mentioned earlier with that one card, the Demonic Junker. I actually like that idea. Anything that profits off of you having artifacts, holler. Now. And we'll see about incorporating them because we have slots.
New Tezzeret. When an artifact enters the battlefield under your control, put a loyalty counter on it. And it will get all of our 1 and 0 cost artifacts from our deck into play.
Bro, I thought you meant a card called New Tezzeret.
No.
All right, because I searched that and it's like it doesn't exist. Will, you're talking about the colorless dude. Where is he? Cruel Captain. Whenever an
Yeah.
artifact. Oh, yeah, not cast. Yeah. Hmm.
It's funny because I could see us alting him several times over, so we just get like 4 emblems that
Dude,
are just like make something big.
I kind of see us just like reclaiming Kain and untapping him and buffing him. But,
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
yeah,
no,
just putting. I
just
know, but to put a counter on artifact creature,
no, you're right.
untap a creature or an artifact if it's
Yeah,
both on. Put a counter on
yeah,
it.
we're not on Liquid Metal Torque. This is good. I think this is good for the deck. I actually
Yeah,
like this quite a
I
bit. And
mean,
also searching for shit is always relevant.
because it's 1 or less, right? That's Amulet of Vigor. That's all of our fast mana. That's Commander's Plate. That's the Dragonfire Blade.
Yeah,
Expedition that finds a
actually it is.
warpath.
There's options is I guess what we're getting at. Holy crap. Um that's so funny. So when we were gonna build this deck, I don't think Tez existed, at least in our headspace. Like they had already designed it, but we weren't aware of this card. Good
He's
card.
good for the deck, though.
He's pretty
this
good
is
for the deck.
this is the one time that I think Tez is actually going to alt.
Actively want to. He'll actively want to use pretty much all those effects. I mean, the untap artifact creature or creature is maybe less relevant, but you can maybe there's an artifact we can untap that we actually care about untapping.
You can untap the treasure that entered the battlefield tapped to make one.
I guess I'd rather go -3 and just get the amulet.
Yeah,
But no, you're
fair.
right. You're right. You're right. You're right. I think on the turn where you play this, probably just need to keep a blocker up because he is kind of squishy. So is
You
this
don't need to
bracket
keep a
3?
blocker up. He's gonna be at like 10 loyalty.
As soon as you attack, I hope so, dude. You eventually transmute Teleria West for Summoner's Pact, grab Aftermath Analyst, then loop it, and do a bunch of Valakut triggers. It sounds sick as hell. I need to see that played. Red, is this bracket 3? We haven't determined yet. The way we're going, I'll say that it's like maybe high bracket 3, border bracket 4. We're doing an aggro package. We have the space to incorporate a combo, Will. I don't know how well
Yeah.
a Doomsday Pile would work into a Stax list.
Also, Arcane Signet can be cut for the Soulstone.
Yeah. Well, is that out yet?
No, it's Spider-Man, but it will be out. So.
Yeah, well, I don't know that it's here.
We'll keep Arcane Signet in as a placeholder for now, but yes. To Gibbous, yes. Correct. Good option.
Oh, yeah. No, we'll want the Soulstone ultimately. Thank you for bringing that up. Yeah, no, 100% on that. But oh, wow, this is so weird. I've never. Oh, sorry.
Let's look at black cards that use artifacts.
Well, it's Please do.
Do we have Wishclaw Talisman?
We do.
Okay,
we do.
Saw that and I'm like, oh, that's another tutor.
Yeah, I'm just thinking to myself, like, what are we missing? Are we missing any other mass discard? Like, I know there's other oppression effects. Oppression's the best, but late September, get ready to hit the web. I'm just rewatching the Spider-Verse movies. I might actually watch the second one tonight. They're good. They're so good. God, dude, I forgot how good the Miles Morales, like the animated Spider-Man films are. The animation is so peak, and it's so funny. The story's so well crafted. I remember the second one being better too, so I'm kind of hyped to rewatch it. But yeah, I'm excited for the Spider-Man set. Let's just say that. With great power comes great opportunity to brew jank. With what we've seen so far, there's some jank, like the that Iron Spider. I wish it was. Is it?
To be fair, Iron Spider, I don't even think is jank. I think Iron Spider is just cracked.
Nah, it's pretty cracked.
Oh, you can Voltaic Key or One Ring. You can also Voltaic Key Iron Spider to make your board infinitely bigger, and then get enough counters to remove from stuff to draw a crap ton of cards. So you kill people and draw.
Seems good. Seems like profit.
Also, Clock of Omen. Yay, nay, maybe.
Oh, ooh.
Tap our treasures to untap other stuff. Tap our equipment to untap other stuff.
What are we untapping? Yo, are we doing like a reverse Oswald? This is the build I just draw. We just draw a clock of moments because we could do what's the one unwinding clock, so our treasures untap off turn, so at least we have like interaction, but we're not really holding up that much. I'm sorry, Lash Wraith. You get +1/+1 for each swamp you control. We have a lot of swamps, and
We
we
also
kept
have Urborg.
we did keep that in here. Like once you find Homeward Path, what's the other land you're searching up? Excuse me. It might be Urborg.
Yeah.
Or
We
honestly,
could do
Talon
Lash
Gates
Wraith
of Madara is still good. Sorry.
we have another thing like Lash Wraith. I can't remember the name of it, but I'll look it up in a bit. But there's two
Right.
effects similar to Lash Wraith, and those are big enough.
Oh, I did not see Gwenom. Gibbous. Is Gwenom? Let me guess. Is it Golgari?
Let me.
Love that.
It's a leaked, so I don't think it's going to be anywhere yet. But
yeah, I'm curious to see that. Lash Wraith. I don't know that we need Lash Wraith. It does give us a creature to sacrifice, though.
Okay, so it's on Scryfall, and I'll read off Gwenom the Remorseless, 3 black, legendary legendary creature, symbiote spider hero with Death Touch, Lifelink, 4 power, and 4 toughness. When Gwenom attacks until the end of turn, you may look at the top card of your library at any time, and you may play cards from the top of your library. If a spell is cast this way, pay life rep. It's Bolas' Citadel, but in the command zone. This is the new best black commander.
That seems good. Do we want Bolas' Citadel in the... Now that we're talking about it.
It's a Bolas' Citadel. It's 6 mana, so it's supposedly inconsistent, and you can't always hit it, but that is dumb.
Wait, I'm
real. That is dumb.
I'm gonna look this up.
It's on Scryfall. You can pull.
It's on Scryfall. Oh, that leaked image is shite.
Yes, but thankfully you have text next to it, so you can read it on the thing.
We didn't include Marionette Master Carl. We can go back to it though. We were discussing it as a potential out. And sorry, someone mentioned Trazen for value. I have it on the screen now. You caught me off guard with this Gwenom thing. Not gonna lie, that's sick as hell.
That is so dumb, because if you hit a tutor, you just get Sensei's Divining Top and basically win the game. So your entire deck is just ramp into Gwenom and tutors. You don't care about removal. You don't care about interaction. You just do the thing. Dumb card.
Yeah, you pull through
Very
so much of your
card.
list. Yeah. I mean, you need to balance the life loss, but I mean, what are you pulling into again for the win?
Aetherflux Reservoir.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Damn, that's pretty good, man. Oh, and she's lifelink too. Not, I mean, like, you're going to gain 4 life before you have to get cracking, but it's on attack. You don't even need to connect. I mean, so they've got, like, time to stop this, but holy crap. I mean, you do need to attack, right? So at 5 CMC, you'll have like played Lightning Greaves or something in advance. So you'll probably do some sort of haste enabling.
Even if you don't do haste enabling, Shallow Grave, Goryo's Vengeance.
Yeah. Let it die. Actually, shit, this feels like an interesting 99 card too, dude. This feels like a really cool 99 card, like to just expedite, with like a Goryo's Vengeance, like you're saying. That's obviously maybe not as good as just doing Razageth lines, but in the CZ, this is great.
Yeah, I will also say it's good in Golgari just as a tutorable Bolas' Citadel with a little bit of a delay. I wonder if there's going to be a dumb stick fingers build with this. Maybe.
That would be sick. Nightmare Lash is the other Lash, right? I'm sorry, do we find any affinity for artifact things that like are relevant, or just like artifact matters cards?
Quickly do that for you.
Yeah, I'll look it up. I'll look up affinity artifacts, but if there's anything that cares about having artifacts, please let us know.
Well, first was one that you looked at, Demonic Junker. Affinity for artifacts, ETB for each player, destroy up to 1 target creature that player controls. Grasp of Fate, but 1. There's also a card that I think I remember you liked a lot, Patrick.
We can roll with Demonic Junker. Sorry.
Refurbished Familiar. 3 and a black for an affinity for artifacts, 2/1 flyer that says ETB. Each opponent discards a card. Each opponent who can't draws you a card. Just 1 black. Each opponent discards a card.
And it's a little guy we can sack to effects. I don't hate that. For Gwenem, since you most likely are already running Tezzeret, Cruel Captain for Sensei's top. Yes. Actually, you just add in Lava Spur Boots as a haste enabler to be grabbed by Tez.
Yeah.
Damn, Red. We're building it already. What are we doing here? Oh, Fomori Vault. Wait, Refurbished Familiar? Do we want this?
I like it. It's fun disruption and maybe a little bit of draw.
Right. Each opponent is for each opponent who can't. I mean, okay.
Each opponent discards a card. Hand disruption is hand disruption.
Right. Fomori Vault, though.
Yeah, that's basically Tutor. That is the best land. I forgot that was a thing.
Yeah, it's pretty damn good, dude. So this is something that's in Oswald. It might even be better here, honestly. Because if this deck performs the way I'm suspecting it will, I think we'll be able to profit off these things quite well. We have a few more slots though. We can add more interaction. We've got 6 more slots, people. So give us your favorite tech in black or anything that's relevant with what this guy's doing. Any more amulets of vigor to throw in here? Legitimately, like anything that does that.
Do we run Bottomless Pit in the subsequent effects? Just everybody discards card and upkeep.
We should be the only ones getting away with it. So maybe. Holy shit. Battle at the Bridge, dude. This fatal push art here is so good. I didn't notice this. But we're looking at Battle at the Bridge. It has improvise. Actually, Inspiring Statuary, like that's a good way to like cast things without sacrificing the treasures. I know it's not absolutely necessary, but do you like Battle at the Bridge? It has Tezzeret on the card.
It does have Tezzeret on the card. I don't think we need the removal nor the life gain, but improvise is a very good mechanic to look into for this.
Hey, bruh, what about improvise and a bottomless pit effect?
I see what you mean. I see.
Well, it was suggested by Gibbous. This goes to you. Herald of Anguish. I kind of take Herald of Anguish.
Yeah, because also sack artifacts give things -2/-2. He keeps the board clear, keeps the hand clear. He's just very good.
Yeah, he's actually really good with Kain. Yeah, I like Herald. We're using some dumb shit in this list. I kind of like it. Yes. No offense. We're using stuff that we wouldn't normally use, and I like lists that do this. Tiller Engine, I don't remember. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, untap a land, tap target non-land permanent opponent controls. Whenever a land, tell me there's one that says whenever an artifact enters, because that should be off the rails.
That'll be so good.
Yes, it would.
Imagine if that was just artifact, like untap an artifact. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna play this amulet or I'm gonna play this arcane signet. I'm gonna untap the one ring. Repeat.
Kush-Kun Falls. During your upkeep, tap target untap creature you control or bury Kush-Kun Falls. There's other you can't attack me effects that we might want to run over this. But I don't know if you want to 4-mana Ghostly Prison. Yeah, I don't. No, I don't think we need it. I'm not too worried about people attacking us, but I guess because we're giving them a body that could attack us, that's the consideration, right?
I mean, if they hit us with Kain, we just get Kain back.
Wow, you just said a word I never heard before. Terrasiar's Devastation? You lose X life and create X tapped Power Stones. Then all creatures get -1/-1 until end of turn for each artifact you control.
I mean, that is 4 mana all creatures get like -20, -20. I don't think we care about board wipes too much though, because theoretically, if somebody gets a big board, we just go, I kill your flyer and kill you with Kain.
Yeah, that's a cool card though.
I keep forgetting that card exists, but I do love it.
Me too. I'm gonna put that on the sideboard. That's a really cool effect. I want to acknowledge that this is a potential option for the list. I don't know that we use it.
I would
though.
love that card so much more if it was non-artifact creatures get -1/-1 for each artifact you control, because I would totally use that in the deck.
I really like 0 Point Ballad as a wipe in the deck. We can look at 0 Point Ballad. There's going to be times where we do need the wipes. So, but Battered Golem in the list, I don't know that we need the Golem.
Yeah, 0 Point Ballad is
newbie
Toxic Deluge, but you do have to pay mana instead of pay life, and then you still lose life, but then you reanimate a creature that died if you paid 6 or more.
Sold. Best effect. Because you give Kain and it's like, okay.
Yeah, you kill your Kain, you bring back your Kain. Everyone's happy, except everyone other than you.
Yeah. I'm really liking the cards we're discussing, guys. There's some cool shit here. But yes, red on 0 Point Ballad.
Haterheart is definitely an effect.
Do you... Wait, is this the one that... It's not extra turn nonsense.
It's extra turn, and it makes energy with artifacts entering. So Kain attacking gives us 1 extra turn.
Oh. Whenever this creature or another artifact you control enters, each opponent loses 1 life. You gain 1 life. What was Ether Drift, man?
I honestly. Pact Altair, that can do a lot of damage.
Yeah, this is better.
It gives so much life. That completely mitigates the life loss.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. It's also just a good blocker for Artez or Karn. I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about Pact Altair. I really like it.
Trying it.
I like it. I think, yes, I think the other suggestion earlier of Disciple of the Vault is probably more sound for like wheeling and dealing, but this guy's literally wheeling and dealing and life gaining. So let's fuck with that. I'll do that. Pact Altair sounds super dumb and fun.
The thing is, Disciple of the Vault does not gain us life.
No.
Pact Altair does, which is kind of like the reason why I like it, because it mitigates all the life loss, meaning that we don't have to worry about people punching us as much.
No, I like the suggestions, Carl. Like, trust me. They're needed. We've got space, so I'm down for anything. I'm down to clown. But 0 Point Ballad, I like that a lot. We've got Toxic Deluge in here, but I feel like we can even cut that, dude.
No, it is the best one.
It is the best one, but since you're making treasures Fatal Push, I mean, we get to use the Bridge Troll thing version of it. Hold up, we get to use the Universes Beyond Through the Ages version of it. Sold. Fatal Push. There's also Underhanded Designs, but it's so mana intensive.
We're fans of mana intensive. I don't remember what Underworld Designs do, or Underhanded Designs.
Oh,
though.
Bruh, it's from Kaladesh. Whenever an artifact enters under your control, you may pay 1. If you do, each opponent loses 1 life. You gain 1 life. You can pay 2, sacrifice this, destroy target creature. Activate only this ability only if you have 2 or more artifacts.
No.
I think there's decks that can leverage this as an outlet. I don't know that we need an outlet like this. I don't hate it though.
Okay. Interesting question. And the answer is probably no. KCI. We sack the tap treasures for 2.
Well, this is the alternative to Amulet of Vigor, right?
Yep. thing is that we just have Amulet of Vigor and can find Amulet of Vigor easier.
Much easier, yeah. Well, but no. Beseech the mirror. Put it on the field. And then play your stacks. We have so many artifacts, dude. Fuck it. I like Kirkland Ironworks, dude. I do like. I actually think this is weird to just. It's solely value. Is that weird?
I mean, it's basically an Amulet of Vigor. That's good enough.
Yeah. We finally broke KCI, people. Thank God. Thank God. Been looking for a way to break that card for ages. All right. Untap.
I'm looking for a way to make KCI cEDH viable again because it's just been blown out of the water by everything else.
Mm-hmm. Coveted
As long as the One Ring exists, though, I don't think we're getting there.
Dungeon Descent, Dermo Taxi, False Floor, Grinding Station, Mill our opponents out. It's kind of funny if Dothy Voidwalker are on the battlefield. No, that's okay. Yeah, I just looked at Grinding Station, Gibbous, when you said that. Torment of Hellfire. That's not a bad finisher. Thoughts on Torment of Hellfire, Will?
I don't hate it. Like, if we just have sufficient mana. Yeah, that works.
Yeah. All right, Will, we have exactly 100 cards. You want to look at the deck?
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's weird. We normally have to make cuts, but, Ader and Prewen, they're mainstays. That is all of our mana to cast and equip that thing, dude. That is so bad. Do we want that little metal squire or whatever to attach it?
Brass Squire.
Yeah.
We have mana. Kain is his own squire. Kain's a big boy. He can put on his own pants.
He doesn't need help. Hecatomb. When this enchantment enters, sacrifice this enchantment unless you sacrifice 4 creatures. Oh my god. All right, Gibbous, let's go. Tap an untapped swamp you control. This enchantment deals 1 damage to any target.
That's fun. That's a very funny enchantment. It's so overkill and so dumb and so bad, but I love it.
Yeah, wow. I like what they thought Magic could be back then. They're like, hey, is this balanced? And we do it like this. They've definitely done a great job of balancing this game in recent date. I think they've done a lot better job of, like, I don't know. It's the same issue a lot of card games run into when they've run this long, is that you kind of rehash old things, but at least this way they've got like fresh coats of paint with like key terms and obviously universes beyond. While it's 4 mana, I'm a fan of Astarion's Thirst. Astarion's Thirst. Is this what I think it is? It is who I think it is. Exile target creature, put X 1/1 counters on a commander creature you control where X is the power of that creature. Huh. What do you think, man?
Our
boy's thirsty.
Well, yeah, we can hit opponent stuff with it.
You don't like it. It's okay, well. I don't know that that's the thing we want to invest mana in. Did you want Koth Alt? Koth Alt in
That's
black?
the enchantment. Koth of the Hammer is the red walker that makes red mana equal to the number of mountains you control, and his alt is your mountains tap for mana, or tap for damage.
Oh, did I want a Koth Alt in black?
Does it exist? Black enchantment that you looked at the sack 4 creature thing.
I see. No, I'm good. How about Kothafed? Kothafed? One of our permanent
owned. Trying to make a Sudafed joke, or
no. No, we don't need that shit. Okay. All right, guys, this is the deck. I'm really just giving it a gander before we test it.
Oh, you know what we want if we need more mana over KCI?
Uh,
Radiant Lotus.
what? Sorry for the noise outside. Sometimes there's biker gangs that run through the neighborhood, and I'm being serious. They're fine though. You could probably hear that though. 6 mana, sacrifice one or more artifacts. Um,
It's kind of better KCI.
well, you have to tap it.
Yeah, but you sack all of them in one go, and then you make like 3 mana instead of 2 mana, and it's colored.
It's 6 though.
Yes.
I can't beseech the mirror this well.
Okay. KCI then. That's fine.
I like Radiant Lotus though. Do you like Bells and Lock?
Not for this deck, but yes. In general, yes. I have a cEDH Bells and Lock deck right over there.
Bells
I'm
and Lock.
still waiting for them to make another creature that costs 4 more that you can cast for free.
Hold up. So because that says target, it's not a mana ability. It uses the stack and can be responded to.
Correct.
Wait, are we still on Hecatomb?
We're talking about Radiant Lotus.
Oh.
Because Radiant Lotus's sacrifice artifacts, target player gets 3 mana for of any chosen color for the artifact sacked this way.
Yeah.
So since you're targeting a player, it's not a mana ability, so someone can deflecting swat it.
Worse.
Okay.
I'm just
KCI this.
I don't want anything from Ether Driftwell. Except for the little dude, the Hot Wheels that heals us and shit.
Oh, you're talking about a Speed Demon?
Mm-hmm.
For a second, I thought you were going to talk about Vist or whatever his name is.
I'm just curious really quick before we actually playtest this deck. How much is that Rhystic Study at? You know, that Rhystic Study. Stay with me. Standard copies around $100. Sorry, we're going to take a little trip to TCG Player. I know. Apparently they're bad people. But I got to know what is the market value of a Rhystic Study.
It's funny. Aether Drift is pretty much just known for the Verge lands.
Yeah.
Because after the Verge lands, the next most played card is a Monument to Endurance, and then the third most played card is the frickin' max speed tap for 2 land. I've not seen anybody ever play that.
Sorry, Aether Drift. We all remember you well. So guys, we went from 93% casual to 93% competitive. Don't believe me? It's right there on the screen. Check it out. I trust everything Tapped Out tells me. Our average CMC is 2.47, despite the fact we're running a lot of high-costed stuff. We have exactly 100 cards. That's all we ever needed to make a commander deck. And we're going to test Kain Traitorous Dragoon. If you're watching and are enjoying the video, thanks for hanging out with us. Leave it a like. Subscribe. And enjoy the playthrough.
Notification button. Click that notification button. Ring that little bell.
Yeah. All of those things. All right. Do we want to start with the hand that has Torment of Hellfire in it?
Probably not.
Probably not. Okay. Smokestacks, Sword of Hearth and Home, Cursed Totem, Demonic Tutor, Gemstone Caverns, turn 1, P Vista, and Torment of Hellfire again. You know what I'm going to say this time? We can keep this if we're off turn.
Also, I keep forgetting this Sword of Fire and Mice art exists, and I keep forgetting I have a copy of it.
There's a what?
Sword of Fire and Ice from Bloomborough, where it's the mouse holding Sword of Fire and Ice. People call it Sword of Fire and Mice.
Oh, I love that. So I'm going to get rid of Torment of Hellfire. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, that seems smart.
Okay. And I'm going to draw a card. Ooh, Fomori Vault. We're not there yet, but we will be. Okay, we'll play P Vista. I will get a Swamp out of our list. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. And play a Cursed Totem. Fuck your dorks.
I thought we'd demonic tutor for a land, and you know which land we're going to demonic tutor for.
Oh, no, no,
I know
no.
we got
Because we
we
have
got
Fomori
Fomori
Vault. Yeah, I was thinking like we do Fomori Vault in the next turn. Before Kain attacks, we can Demonic Tutor for... Is this where they would actually counter the Demonic Tutor? Do you know what I mean? Like, this is the one time where they're maybe like, you know what? Maybe I don't want you to have that.
Do people think like, oh yeah, they're gonna search for Homeward Path against Kain? A lot of the times, I feel like people just aren't gonna give a crap about what Kain's looking for.
Oh, that's an otter, not a mouse.
I don't care. It's sort of fire and mice. I've heard people call it that. I'm sticking with that, even if it's an otter.
Maybe it's the mouse set, is why.
I don't know. I'd still call it sort of fire and mice.
Ooh, it's an otter in a fish suit. I can see why you're confused. Is that a frog? I got all sorts of feelings. It looks really great either way. Anyways, people, what the hell did I just do? PV stood, Cursed Totem, passed, drew, beseech the mirror. We have Smokestack in hand. We can get any other 4 or under thing onto the field, and maybe we will. I think we'll play Kain and just quietly pass, see what people do. Hope our Cursed Totem is doing enough work.
Probably is.
Yeah, it's not a bad card. I don't know how much work it's actually actively doing, but we have Shards of Narsil, which is the Thorn of Amethyst, if I'm not mistaken. So, okay, well, what do you want to do? Do you want to get our land drop for turn?
Yeah, demonic for Homeward Path. Play Homeward Path, punch with Kain, get Kain back.
Love it. We'll tap for Mori Vault, and
you know, it's funny, we actually don't. We really don't need to do Homeward Path because we have Hearth and Home, but like,
yeah, that's a fact. But we do want the consistent acceleration with Homeward Path into. Yeah. Well, I mean, the other thing we can get is Amulet of Vigor, but
yeah, Hearth and Home also unequips everything from Kain every single time he connects. So,
oh, that's true.
Hearth and Home is a worse Homeward Path, but Homeward Path is just worth getting.
Give us the answer is no. We didn't consider any transmuters. It's not a bad idea. Attack. Connect. Draw 2. Pass this over.
Lose 2 life and get 2 treasures.
Yeah, let's put those treasures in the battlefield. They're entering tapped, and I'm going to use our other life total to track that. So we've got the 2. Okay, and I'll actually track our life. I don't think it's going to be too relevant, but we don't have to Homeward Path this very second. We can do it momentarily.
We let somebody swing with Kain, and then in response, we Homeward Path just to give them that fleeting sensation that they're going to draw cards.
Yeah. Well, if we gain control of it, is it still attacking?
No, it isn't. But actually, fun thing to do: wait until untap step, then Homeward Path, so that we have Kain as a blocker.
Does it untap it?
On your opponent's untap step, yes.
Oh, facts. Yeah. Okay, so untap that shit. We'll gain it now.
Irrelevant, but maybe not.
Maybe relevant. Maybe relevant. Like if we have a planeswalker down and he's the only body we have, it's not bad. Okay, so we're
also really quickly just say that is the slickest combat trick against him. Now, you can attack the guy who has Kain and can block and kill it, or you can attack me, the guy who's going to get Kain to block and kill it.
Yeah. Is Timid a 2/2?
2/2.
Yeah, that's perfect, actually. Ooh, they're gonna learn that lesson the one time and never do it again.
And then regret all their life choices.
Yeah. Okay, we'll take our turn. Chrome Mox, thank the lords. I was actually looking for you. It's actually would be turn 5 right now, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and use P delts. We didn't set a standard of measurement for this, but the goal, at least going into this, was to try to push out Kain as quickly as possible.
This is turn 4 because we got the 1 accelerated land drop.
Facts, you're right. Okay, so this is so much better. I think we should play this deck up to turn 5 and then see where we're at, because we can reasonably guess where the deck is going by turn 5 if we get Kain by turn 2, I would say.
Yeah.
We can play it out longer if we want, but this is a Swagro deck or a Stagro deck where we're trying to slow the game down and do shit with a big Kain. We don't have a big Kain. We do have Stax. We have a decent hand at this point. So with Beseech the Mirror, is there a... Let's see here. We don't really need Sword of Hearth and Home right now. We could KCI.
So KCI gives us 4 mana, which then lets us get out the smokestacks, and then we can hit with Kain, untap, or get Kain back with Homeward Path, and then just smokestacks everyone out.
Dude, I honestly think that's the plan. I honestly don't mind doing Chrome Mox Beseech the Mirror either. Like, we're gonna draw some cards here, so I don't feel so bad about doing this. Or maybe we should Chrome Mox after the fact to see if we have more options and keep the tutor up.
He's the best equipment we can get off Beseech the Mirror.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too, dude. Like, we cheated onto Buster Sword. Buster Sword's equip cost of 2.
Oh wait, no, there's no, I was gonna say the Phyrexian thing that it makes gives stats equal to the number of swamps we control, but
you want to roll it out before we attack.
If we can, yes.
Eater and Eater and what? It's 6 mana. It's not gonna.
It may be 4 and equipped for 6.
No, God, I wish it's 6 and 5, dude.
Okay, 6 and 5, yeah.
Someone dies though if we hit that. If we put that on the battlefield.
Yes.
Someone is dying that turn. There is no exchanging of Kain.
Correct.
I don't know what equipment we have that would be best right now. It doesn't even have to be.
Is maybe the best.
It doesn't have to be equipment either. Like, do you want to pull something else out of the list? Umizawa's Jeet wouldn't be horrible for the deck. Yeah, I don't think. I think that's a pretty good idea too. I like Buster Sword because it just lets us cast shit for free. But the biggest thing we're casting is Buster Sword's a buff as well, right?
Yeah, +3/+2.
Oh damn! It's casting everything.
We do have to equip it. Yeah, let's do it.
How much is that in total? Is Buster Sword 2 to equipped?
Buster Sword is 2 to equip. We have 4, excluding Homeward Path. We have 4 mana and lands, 2 mana and treasures, which is exactly enough to get out Buster Sword and equip it. And we can sacrifice the Chrome Mox to the Beseech.
You just want to cast this? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do Buster Sword. Okay, so we'll cast Chrome Mox. We'll not use the alt or the imprint. Let's go ahead and bargain. We'll break the Chrome Mox. Bloop, 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 bloop. And we'll Beseech out Buster Sword. We're going to go ahead and crack these 2 treasures. I should probably just leave one of these on the battlefield, actually. We're about to make 5.
Yeah.
Okay, so Beseech the Mirror. Beseech the Mirror, if we sacrifice an artifact, enchantment, or token, we can bring out the spell we grab. So we'll do that. We'll go to equip with those 2 treasures, as Will mentioned. Now we're at 5/6, and when we attack, we get to cast something for free from our hand.
As long as it costs 5 or less, which is going to be KCI, so those 5 treasures we just made can be used for mana.
Yeah, and there's so much artifact in our hand. So let's go.
We're
Swing.
also drawing. We're drawing 6 cards because Buster Sword also draws us a card on Connect.
Is that a fact? Oh yeah. Love it. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. Ooh, Eater and Prewen. We're so close to casting it, dude. Okay. So this is a pretty damn good hand for turn 4. We're gonna cast. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it's 6 for and 3-1. Yeah, you're right. We are one off.
We're so close, dude. It's
Well,
funny
I
how
mean,
close we
we
are.
could cast it and equip it right now with KCI.
I know. But if we do that, that's the biggest freaking target, dude. Like, it's the
Yes,
hugest target.
I
No, no,
think
no.
it's just time to
No.
vomit out all the artifacts that we
Oh,
can from hand,
dude.
other than the kill spot,
No,
the clear thing.
we throw our fucking hand down. Yeah,
Yeah,
100%. I mean, we can even like lotus petal the wish claw if we want, but I feel like we could just like casually lotus petal out, um, break a treasure torpor orb,
can I
and
also just say Stax deck, by the way? Stax deck, by the way.
yeah, that's what this is. We don't have Kain right now, but this is a Stax deck. We'll break 2 more treasures. Smokestack, anyone? Is that cool? Smokestack? It might as well break 1 more treasure and I don't know, Thorn of Amethyst. Is that cool, everyone? I just don't want to have to discard down to hand size. We are gonna control our commander. Our commander is gonna let this cast. Oh, we will need to break something for Deadly Rollick with Thorn of Amethyst, but I don't think that's the end of the world. Who gives a shit? Yeah, this is great. Okay, let Kain untap on someone else's turn, gain control of Kain. What? Okay, so what are our opponents doing under Torpor Orb, Cursed Totem, and Thorn of Amethyst lock? There's
Very little.
yeah, we've got a colored mana and at least 2 generic to roll with off turn. We should only need the colored for. We'll probably crack the Lotus Petal here because we're gonna have colored mana on our turn. I'm like fine with that if I need to Deadly Rollick. I don't think we need to Deadly Rollick though. Well, we'll see. But at the beginning of your upkeep, you may put a soot counter. We're gonna do that as soon as possible.
And
Yeah,
then it's at the beginning of each player's upkeep, they sacrifice equal to the soot counters, or is it on the beginning of our upkeep they sacrifice to soot?
each player. It's
Okay.
such a good card.
We put the counter on first, then everybody sacrifices. We sacrifice. Do we have a treasure to sack, or did we sack all of them
We
playing our
didn't.
stuff?
Well, we didn't put any counters on it yet, but we're about to.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll
We
be
can
good. We'll be
we
good.
can stack it how we want, and I think we're fine with sacrificing something.
Yeah, is it weird that I kind of want to like Wish Claw Amulet of Vigor real quick? Well, we're giving them a solution.
I mean, don't we just
Beseech them, Queen. Oh, well, don't we just win the game?
yeah, I was gonna say, don't we like? I know we don't have the mana to play the sword and shield right now.
Do
Unless
we
we want
not?
to sacrifice all of our stacks.
No, we don't. But we could beseech the mirror. We could beseech the mirror. The amulet out.
Queen, yeah.
Beseech the Queen. Excuse me. I don't hate
We
that.
just played the other one. I get it.
Yeah, I don't really don't hate that. It's going to cost 1 more mana.
So, is it better to just get a massive equipment and then draw a bunch of cards off of Kain here?
Right. Well, I mean, we're ready. Well, I'm sorry. If we put another massive equipment on him, the things we can cast just get bigger and bigger. Like literally, if we attach Sword of Hearth and Home, we can play Eater and Pre-Win right now, or we could play Beseech the Queen from hand and just tutor. Oh.
And
Is it? Does it count as a cast though? Like against Thorn of Amethyst?
yes,
Okay.
We'll have to pay 1 to Thorn of Amethyst.
KCI, a big Torment of Hellfire. Remember, we started this game by
Exiling Torment of Hellfire.
Yeah, or Hellfire, excuse me. Dude, that's so funny. The answer would be yes, Carl, but we did neuter that option. I'm sorry, you can't really see it because it's in our exile pile. Shoot, dude. I don't know what I want to do. I kind of want to just play this Sword of Hearth and Home right now and equip it.
Well, thoughts on beseech the Queen for Cranial Plate, play Cranial Plate, and equip Cranial Plate to give plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, I think? Plus 7 attack?
Oh, before that we rock and roll here?
Yeah, do we want to just full send with Cranial Plate?
Fuck it.
I guess we'll have to pay 2 more for the... We sack Thorn of Amethyst. Sack Thorn of Amethyst. This is making math annoying.
Yeah, it is really making math annoying. We'll sack this really quick. I mean, I love it, but we're going to draw better stacks, I think, here, so it's okay. Yeah, I don't mind that. I actually don't mind that. Okay, so we'll sack that. We'll do just float the mana. We're not necessarily using it. We'll tap our 3 black resources for Beseech. Cranial plating, and then we'll use the 2 generic we have floating. We'll equip with Homeward Path. No, we'll equip with Urza Saga and throw the cranial plating on. So cranial plating is going to give us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How big are we right now? We are 13. It's not plus defense. 13-6. No protection, mind you. Well, this isn't the end of turn 5, but how are you liking Kain right now?
Very good.
Seems
the
okay.
Stax deck is storming off.
It's weird that, yeah, it's weird to say that and see that. I don't think we've interrupted ourselves in any way. Fuck it, let's go. Swing. 13.
Yep, we draw 14 cards because of Buster Sword, and then we can play something that costs 13 or less for free.
Well. We got Herald of Anguish. Just drop his ass right now, but he has Improvise, so it's not like he's difficult to cast. It will be double black, mind you. That's the most expensive thing we have beyond Eater and Pre-Win, which, frankly, I don't just hate getting out of my hand. Also, we need to drop... God, we just gained 15 treasures? Sorry. 13 treasures. Most of which are tapped. Most all of which are tapped. From this hand, we didn't really get anything too great. The tax effects are not my favorite in this deck, I'm not going to lie. It's not stifling us too much, but not the best. I didn't know we got Tifa's Boots as Lightning Greaves, by the way. What do you want to cast, dude? Like, we have the ability to do Eater and Pre-Win, but I don't know that we need it right now.
What is the best colorless thing in our deck? Because we can Wish Claw.
Dude, I don't hate just dropping Herald of Anguish right now.
Yeah.
It's the best thing. Like, it's just more disruption, and then we can literally crack some of those treasures to play shit. Like, I'll play Lightning Greaves now and put that on Herald of Anguish and swap it for Kain next turn or something. Like, even if they kill Kain, like, we're in such a good position. Like, I don't care.
Yeah.
It's such a weird hand. Like, there's a very effective, gross hand right now. We're going to dump a bunch of swamps in a second, but do we just want to play out more stuff? Like, I guess let's crack a treasure, play out the Lightning Greaves, attach to Herald. I guess crack a treasure, play the Mind Stone. Sorry, I'm with you.
One thing I think we do, so we Wish Claw Talisman, we give it to somebody but crack it in response with KCI, and then we find Karn the Great Creator, so now we're shutting off artifacts as well.
Bro, we also got Fomori Vault. Like, we could just dig real deep right now.
True, yeah. Fomori Vault to just tutor for the thing that's going to win us the game.
Right. Well, what's the thing artifact-wise that wins us the game? God, we're looking at so many cards, by the way. Before I cracked treasures, I'm sorry. 1, 2, 13, 14, 15...
I legitimately 16, 17, think that 18, it's Karn 19, the Great 20, Creator to stacks people out, or one of the land hate things to stacks people out, and then we just start punching people with Kain for lethal.
Yeah, no, yep. I'm with you.
I don't even think we need to do the Sword and Shield. I think Nettle Cyst is enough with Cranial Plate to just get there. I think Cranial Plate's just enough to get there.
Yeah, we'll have to crack the Lotus Petal in this instance, but we'll get Wish Claw out, and I'll use a generic. I'll crack another. Let's just say we sequence this differently, and this is the treasure I crack. This is the thing I crack to play Mind Stone instead of another treasure. We'll crack the Wish Claw Talisman. And sequence this better. This is quite the hand. But what did you say you wanted to find? You wanted to find
Karn the Great Creator, just because it's asymmetrical Null Rod, and now we're shutting off artifacts, creatures, ETBs, and we have smokestacks.
Well, we're gonna be. Oh, did smokestacks go off this turn?
I don't think
Well,
we
not
did.
for us. Not for us, I guess. Yeah. Okay. So I'll just make it easy. Say crack 2 more treasures. We could crack for Mori Vault. I think for Mori Vault works at instant speed too. So like we might want to hold it or something. So we
Yeah.
have something to do off turn. For Mori Vault, puts it into your hand, not the battlefield. So that's important to note. We'll play Karn and then we'll pass. Let Kain untap. Regain that Kain. 2 amazing blockers.
And discard to hand size, but it's we're keeping like
Yeah, it's the
Sword of
lands.
Hearth and Home and all
Yeah,
the removal.
yeah, it's the hand. It's all that stuff, and honestly, probably the sphere and I guess expedition map. It's not quite necessary right now,
We also
and
probably just played Nettlecyst for the sake of playing Nettlecyst.
sure, yeah, no, that makes sense. I'll tap Mindstone and crack 1 more treasure for Nettlecyst, and then that puts us at 7. What a stupid turn! Marionette Master would turn KCI into 4 damage Goblin Bombardment. Yeah, you're not wrong.
Also,
Um,
we probably cracked a treasure for like 2 1-cost things. Like we play both of the maps just because we can net mana with
yeah.
that later.
Yeah, no. Well, we only had 1 treasure that was untapped to this turn, but
Well, KCI.
oh no, yep, you're right. We crack another treasure for that. Okay, so I want to play this one more time with you guys, but we need to switch something out. I don't like the Thorn of Amethyst. What do you feel like we're needing after that run? Like it was a good run, but what do you feel like would enhance this deck?
Uh,
Do we want any more like early acceleration? Like would a jeweled amulet be any good to like
do we
piggy
want to run it
bank?
Sanguinate to have another pseudo Torment of Hellfire's effect?
Do we want Marionette Master? Do we want a clean finisher like that?
Sure. Good
Yeah.
enough.
Is that better than Exsanguinate?
Probably, yeah.
Okay.
Healing 4 for Treasure Crack is probably better.
I'm cool to remove Thorn of Amethyst and maybe the other taxation effect.
Sphere. Sphere of Resistance.
Yeah. What do you want to get rid of Sphere of Resistance for? Do we need another repeatable? Because like we have Marionette Master and we also have the Hot Wheels. So it's like we've got those 2 solutions. Dark Ritual, turn 1 Kain. We have Dark Red in here.
Yeah, I'm trying to
We
think
should
if
have
there's
Dark
like
Red in here.
another tutor that we may want that we don't have already. Because we have a Demonic Council, but that needs Threshold to be a good tutor.
Diabolic Intent is the only other tutor we're not running that you could make an excuse for, but we don't really have bodies to sacrifice.
Well, Demonic Council does find Herald of Anguish as a tutor target, even if you don't have Threshold. And honestly, that's not a bad tutor target, but
We're putting him down pretty
nah,
easily.
I don't think that that's worth it. There's probably something better.
We've got 1 more slot. This is the weirdest deck. Like it's I don't know how well oiled our version is, but I like what we're doing. Like you could make an excuse to again, like we were saying off the bat, run Doomsday piles in here, run Buried Alive piles. There's definitely an excuse to make with like the kind of draw you're getting and the kind of ramp you're getting to get some consistent play lines built in. But we're just going for aggro and attrition, which I think this does extraordinarily well, like especially for a monocolored list. This is kind of doing everything you want to do. KCI was great. Is there another KCI type effect?
Radiant Lotus.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck it. Yeah.
Okay.
No, I think I think that's I mean, you guys saw it. Like we just need that short burst, like turn of. We just need to like remove like so. It's Amulet of Vigor, KCI, Radiant Lotus, not necessarily in that order, but we need that burst of mana to just put stuff down and say go. But we did what we wanted to do. Like we got Homeward Path down early, we got Kain down turn 2. We had the perfect setup to just roll with him. Ashnod's Altar, yes, but like it's only creatures give us. But yes, that is exactly identical. It just wouldn't necessarily work well with this list. But Will's suggestion is good with the Lotus. Go and buy your copy now. Let's run it back. This is a fun deck. Oh shit. Radiant Lotus in hand, dude.
By the gods.
We're not keeping this hand. That's not a very good hand.
Oh.
This is a decent hand. We've got that sword again.
By the gods.
Yeah. We've got Packed Doll Terror. They're gonna know what fear is once we play that. Or put it under no, we can't. Okay, so this is a hand with Dark Writ, if you're confused by Darkness of Eternity. The awkward bit about this hand is that Dark Writ is the only Chrome Moxable target, and we don't have a black resource as it stands. This is not the Gemstone Caverns, this is Ancient Tomb.
Oh, yeah, you're right, because you can't hit artifacts with the
imprint.
Mox.
Yeah, it's super awkward. Otherwise, I'd probably put the Terror under this. This is not a bad hand, though.
I think we can probably slow roll this hand, like turn 1 play the Soul Cleaver, turn 2 play the Hearth and Home, and then hope we draw black card at some point.
Dude,
and whenever we draw black card, play Kain.
Am I crazy for wanting to Mox the Dark Writ?
I mean, that is turn 1 Kain.
Right, because we do Ancient Tomb stuff. The only issue,
I feel like we slow roll Kain a little bit just so that we can get Hearth and Home equipped to Kain.
Yeah, I did just go ahead and get our turn 1 draw. It did help a lot. It's Arcane Signet. So we still have turn 1 Kain.
Okay. Yeah.
We were sort of mulling that over. I don't think we were gonna mull that hand. Like, this was a very good starting hand, in case you were wondering. Like, it does pretty much all the things you want outside of the fact that we're missing our best reclaim card. But as Will mentioned, we have Hearth and Home, and I think we can Hearth and Home not next turn. So
if we top deck a black card, Hearth and Home gives we can get Hearth and Home and get it on Kain.
Yeah, we need that. Well, we did Dark Writ just right now, but
no, I'm saying Chrome Mox imprinting, getting one more.
Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, yeah. Fuck. Okay, let's see it, dude. Turn 1 Kain. Turn 2 Mind Stone. Awkward.
We can hold off on attacking with Kain for like 1 turn and just stack up. The spear doesn't really do anything here.
Yeah, I mean, you say stack, and it just makes me think of how we're not doing anything to slow the progression of the game. Like, that would be the one other saving grace here. I don't want to say we whiffed, but we kind of whiffed.
If we hit a black card at any point, that would have been a significantly better hand.
We have so many artifacts in this deck, though. It's crazy. Yeah, like Toxic Deluge. Like, I would have buried that immediately. All right. And by bury, I mean exile.
Yeah. Well, we play Vault, we play Mind Stone, we play Hearth and Home.
Yeah. Oh, you want to play Hearth and Home?
Yeah, just set it up.
You don't want to play your Tarian Soul Cleaver?
Nah, it doesn't do anything until we get treasures in play. And even then, because of Hearth and Home, it doesn't actually do anything because we flicker Kain, so he loses all the counters.
Awkward, bro. So awkward. We have Marionette Master as our next card.
Wish we drew that a turn earlier.
Yeah. Do we chrome it or just wait? No, let's wait. We need our land drop per turn too.
Yeah,
hopefully it's in the next 2.
At this point, Marionette's probably our win con.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll tap the Ancient Tomb. We'll equip the Sword of Hearth and Home. You guys know the drill. We're going to get in there, attack. We're going to draw 4 cards. We search our... What is the order of events here? We draw 4.
We exile Kain, search our library for a basic land, and then we put everything back into play. or put everything into play, both Kain and the land.
We do
Untap, by the way.
Kane's effect first, though, right?
Yes. Because we have to donate Kain, and then we flicker Kain. Because Hearth and Home just has a flicker creature we own. It does not care that we control it.
I like it. So we'll do the draw 4 first. Do I need to shuffle for any reason? No, not yet. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll just get the flicker out of the way now. He's back, but this would happen at end of turn. It says search for a basic land. You do not get to put it into play tap, sadly, or anything like that.
It comes into play untapped immediately. It does not return them at the end step. It returns them immediately.
Oh, so Kain is back right now.
Kain is back.
Okay.
And Kain is unequipped. But we have the land into play untapped, and we have a Kain into play untapped.
No, I don't think it puts the land into play, dude. Exile one target creature you own, then search your library for a basic land card. And stop.
Keep reading.
Put both cards on the battlefield. Oh, thank God. Dude, okay.
Yes.
I'm like, this is shitty ramp. It's not even ramp.
It's good ramp.
It's good. It's actually ramp. Okay. I see. They kept the hearth warm. Nice. All right, Kain, you're back home. We can equip this if we're concerned about green or white spells removing him, which, I mean, path and swords and shit, but
do we also just get
rather Greaves,
equipment?
bro. Huh?
We do need another creature for Greaves to be useful, because otherwise we can't equip Hearth and Home. Oh, we have the toy thing. We can play that toy next turn.
The toy thing.
It is a toy. It is a toy. That is its creature type.
It is. Which one makes the power stones? Oh, it's on our sideboard. Never mind. We're not going to do that. Where is treasure, though? There we go. So some treasures. Thank you. Yeah, Carl. We're rolling with 4 treasures. Tapped. And Amulet of Vig would be sweet right now. I kind of want to put we don't have any stacks, do we? Jeez, dude. We've got a way to break the board with 0-point ballad, but we don't have enough mana to do that.
We also have land for turn still.
So you
can play.
Oh, no, you're right. I did not put land down. Put the other swamp down?
Yeah.
Are you chill with me getting rid of Fatal Push? We don't really need Chrome Mox right now.
Yeah,
1, 2, 3, 4.
It's just another thing. I just don't think we're using Fatal Push right now, because we're going to 0-point before we Fatal Push, more likely than not.
Yeah, we're not even on 0-point quite yet. We could save the mana to do Fomori Vault off turn, or we can just equip Hearth and Home.
Couldn't we do both? No, it's 3 for Vault.
Yeah, it's 3 for Vault. If we Chrome Mox, we could do both.
I like Chrome Moxing to do both.
Okay. So I will get rid of the Fatal Push here. And we'll do the equip now, and then we'll pass turn. So he's got like protection and shit. If we don't need the mana for anything in our hand, then we'll do Fomori Vault.
Yeah.
Okay, so
it's a Fomori Vault for 8, by the way.
Yeah. The vault itself is not an artifact, sadly. So yeah, we'll dig up 8, and then we put it into our hands, and the rest go to the bottom of the library in a random order.
We'll be discarding the Spear, probably, because currently we don't have Thornward Path.
I don't think we need to discard. Oh, yeah, we do. Spear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We get to put artifacts into our hand. I see Commander's Plate. I see Felwar Stone. I take Commander's Plate.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what we'll grab. Sadly, Orky Bowmasters needs to go to bottom of the library. I'm going to do this thing where I just shuffle them at the top of the deck. Sorry, guys. We might see that swamp again, and that would suck. But that's okay. Okay, that's the quickest way to do that. Let's go ahead and take our next turn. We got a Cursed Totes. We did not see that, so I don't feel bad. Okay. Do we just Commander's Plate? That's like our best card right now. I mean, I want to draw 3 more cards. I don't know how you feel, but
I mean,
we're not at the point where we can press any sort of advantage. Like, we're not rolling with any great effects.
I think our end game right now is that we get as many treasures as we can, then we can play the Marionette Master, move our equipments onto Marionette Master, and then just start blasting people for 10 damage a pop. I think that's the end game. Yeah. So let's just Commander's Plate right now to stack more treasures.
Yeah, I love that shit. Oh, that's gonna be good. All right, yeah, we'll Mind Stone the Commander's Plate, and then we need to. It's 3 to equip. Okay.
3.
Ancient Tomb and the. I still want to hold the Fomori Vault, and we'll just go Arcane Signet. It's fine. Okay. Okay,
Do
let's
we
go.
do we have enough mana to play the toy?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we got enough mana.
Uh, Save treasures if you can.
Oh yeah,
And
100%. I like
we'll
that.
we'll order it differently so that we get more health off of it, because I think it's when artifacts enter or leave, right? Is it
Whenever a creature or another artifact you control enters.
enters? Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll do that first, then Commander's Plate. So we deal 2 to each opponent and then gain 2 life, and then we do the thing.
Well, yeah, so we'll sequence it a little differently. I'll keep Fomori Vault untapped and use a treasure instead. We have 3 treasures that are untapped, and we'll have.
I don't think we need Fomori Vault here, because I think the Marionette Master is gonna kill next turn.
I guess not. I mean, you just rather the color mana untapped. You want it to do the thing with the marionette.
Yeah, because
okay.
every treasure cracked is going to be a ton of damage. Because Marionette Master is going to enter with. Let me do like the quick math.
If we see KCI off this rip, do we play KCI right now?
Because I need to update this. That's why.
You're good. You're good.
Yeah. If we see KCI, we probably play it.
Yeah, we're gonna get 7 cards and 7 tapped treasures.
Okay, so Marionette Master enters as 4 power. Commander's Plate gives it 3 for 7, so it's going to be 9 damage per pop. That's enough to kill like 2 people.
That's not bad. I mean, one of them is severely wounded right now.
Also, the toy burns the absolute crap out of people, and then we're probably going to get a whole nother slew of.
I think
treasures,
turn 5 we win. I think turn 5 we win if we Yeah. So we're doing 7 damage and gaining 7 life just by swinging.
This was a horrible hand. And we still got there.
Yeah, actually,
on turn 5.
Yeah, I mean, the 3 things we highlighted earlier, like the Amulet of Vigor, the Lotus, the KCI, those sort of mana accelerants, we didn't have. We had to wait a turn to Kain attack, which didn't feel good, but I feel like it would not garner sympathy, but I don't think it would garner any sort of hate from our opponents. Like seeing Kain and seeing that they're like, oh, they have a shit hand, they're not doing anything. I think it takes some of the heat off of us. But yeah, fact of the matter is, it's turn 4 and we're still ripping and roaring here. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, it's funny because we built this deck saying is either going to be an aggro deck or is going to be like a Stax deck. Those are the 2 things we built into it. It's a Storm deck.
Kind of. I mean, judging by the fact that the first thing that I thought when we played those tax cards was that these tax cards need to go.
Oh yeah, I played equips for 5 on Marionette, so yeah, it's going to be less effective. But we did get another equipment as well.
Yeah,
Marionette's going to probably get there. Oh, we have Vampiric Tutor as well. Yeah, Vampiric Tutor probably finds Cranial Plate, and Cranial Plate Marionette is enough.
Yeah, I think we're kind of there, right? So yes, Hearth and Home did the thing. We find another land. It's important to know we haven't played our land drop per turn. I know the lands are a little misleading, so we'll get the free swamp, and then we'll get another swamp. Soul Ring, Cursed Totem. Soul Ring. Soul Ring.
He got unequipped. Yeah, you moved him over.
Yeah. Soul Ring, Cursed Totem. Save the swamp for the Vampiric Tutor. We don't need Amulet of Vigor. We'll discard down to hand size, and we'll discard. I guess 0-point Ballad might still be useful. I guess I'll get rid of the swamp. Yeah, we're killing it, dude. I mean, turn 5 was the benchmark, and I feel really good with this. We should probably equip Commander's Plate. Yeah.
Plate.
Do we need? No, we do need him.
We don't need Kain. Also, we drain for 7 to each opponent. It's
Well,
funny.
wait.
I actually think Spear or the Soul Cleaver is the better thing to get off of the Marionette Master, but we discarded it to graveyard.
Yeah, well, I mean, we have a lot of artifacts, though. You're right with the cranial plating. Like, I think if we just go cranial plating and just crack everything, don't we win?
Yeah.
So I only
You
just
know
did
what's
the
really
one,
funny?
two,
You know what's the funnier
four,
option,
five,
Patrick?
6, 7, 8. What, 8?
Going for the Sword and Shield on Marionette Master.
Oh, Eater and Prey win?
Yeah.
Well, wait. Well, no. We lost 7 life. We gained 7 life. We're down to like 30.
I
We're
mean,
down to
yeah,
like
but we
30.
cracked. Everybody else has been taking like
Yeah.
10 damage so far.
Every deck is a storm deck if you chain enough spells together. How many? Wait. Okay. Wait. That's a good question. How many spells do I need to cast before I'm considered storming? Is it when I ask? Is it when I ask someone to break out a die and count my spells for me? What is it? What is it storming? Well, like, is it 2 or more? It's got to be more than a couple, right? I would say storming is like 4 spells, 4 plus.
I think when you have to like actually set down your hand to do the math,
Yeah,
and you have more than 7 cards in hand, that is when you're storming.
I love it when, like, and then your opponents put down their hand and they're like, "Oh, I guess it's that time." It's like, I guess he's doing the math to like kill us right now. Um, when is it storming? Hey, actually, that's here. That poll before we close this one out. When is it storming? Number of casts. All right, so is it 2? Is it 3? Is it 4? Or is it 5 plus? Okay, so you can consider all of these plus. Okay. All right, guys. I think we win by next turn, but let's just solidify it, Will. So we're gonna cast Vamp Tutor off turn.
Cranial.
Get the cranial plating. Shuffle, 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 shuffle. Cranial plating on the top of deck. We'll take our turn. Someone kills Kain. I don't know.
Oh well. Oh well.
Yeah, I mean, I see. If I saw all that shit happen, I'd be really annoyed. I'd be like, "Yeah, oh, we gotta get rid of this thing." Okay, get rid of it. Cool, you got rid of it. Okay, he's dead. Cranial plating. How do we want to start? Will, do we do just drop the marionette? So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need another colored mana. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. Marionette Master. I'll play cranial plating.
Yep.
I'm sorry. So now we have
equip as much as we can without cracking treasures, then crack treasures and equip the rest.
Right. We have 11 treasures total. Excuse me. We have 11 treasures total that are untapped. So we play the cranial plating with 1, 2, and then we'll attach cranial plating with 1.
Actually, so if we don't get there with this, which I'm pretty sure we do get there, the other option is replay Kain, play Lightning Greaves, equip Lightning Greaves and Cranial Plate on Kain, and then punch to get even more, hit KCI, and then do more.
I just want to say that there were a ton of ways to take this turn. I think we are just trying to conclude it for the simple fact that we're there. But you could Amulet of it's everything Will said, like Lightning Greaves, Kain, Amulet of Vigor, shit ton of treasures more, 0-point ballad. You know, like if the board is bad or we're on the back foot, somehow we do that, or you know, establish board by doing the Vigor Greaves. See what you pull into. I mean, we're probably trying to re-equip Commander's Plate as well. The thing is, we have the mana sufficient to do Kain and have mana extra over playing the Marionette and cranial plating.
It's probably better to do Kain just because it triggers the toy to drain more, and then
1,000%
right after.
1,000%.
I'm with you.
Yeah,
game.
Yeah. Because like right now we're at 1, 2, 3, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So every treasure we crack is going to do 20. Well,
but
no.
Then
well, the first
subsequently one less.
Yeah. So it's going to do 19, 18, 17, 16. I think they die.
Yeah. So 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14. So 31. 31 every 2 treasures cracked.
It's pretty
That
good.
should be enough to kill.
That's good, right?
Yeah, good.
Damn, this deck is fun, dude. Man, you
Maybe not cEDH, but definitely bracket 4. Definitely good enough for bracket 4.
I feel like we could have like done some shit, dude. If we had a black card on turn 2 this game and we're like turn 2ing Kain with Sword of Hearth and Home, like shit would have just happened, dude. Because we're ramping off Kain, we're ramping off Sword, we're getting Kain back, we're drawing 4 cards. It's like it's such a threat. You would need to handle Kain. Like if you don't handle Kain there, it leads me to just recasting him, but that doesn't even feel bad. It's like, oh man, this is really good. I feel like it could be, we didn't rank it, but this was just 2 playtest. We had what I would say was a really modest start with the first game. I think we like DT'd for Homeward Path. It was fine. The second game had a lot of potential, flopped, still got there turn 5. I would say this is optimized. This is bracket 4.
I would tweak away some of the higher value stuff to play more into Storm stuff, I think. Like run the Disciple of the Vault, the Puppeteer Master, the thing that's like the Marionette Master but smaller. I run a couple things that would be better into the whole sack artifact storm thing. Basically, I'd say build this as traditional KCI, but remove the KCI loop because you really don't need it.
Yeah. This feels firmly bracket 4. Yeah, with how that performed, I agree with you. I think that the way we're doing it now, it makes sense to test the deck. Assume a level, brew for that level. It's harder to assume with decks that are dual or specifically monocolored or no colored. Like you can only guess at how effective they'll be. Black is nice because it's very consistent at finding the things you need. But when you've got like this much draw and ramp in one place in your deck, that isn't really even a detriment. Like if the thing you need to reclaim it is a land, which is usually the safest type of permanent, yeah, it feels good. What are the 2 ways we have to reclaim? Is it just Hearth and Home and Homeward Path?
Yeah, those are the 2.
Okay, we were really lucky to see Hearth and Home both games.
Yeah, but we had Homeward. We were able to find Homeward Path on the first one, but just having the abundance of tutors in black makes it so the deck is consistent enough that it doesn't need to worry. Yeah, you can Helm of the Host as well, but that is 9 mana of investment to get the whole Kain train running.
Kain train, yeah. Grim Hireling.
Train going to Spain, choo choo.
Whenever one or more creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, create 2 treasures. Sacrifice treasures. Grim Hireling's not like bad removal, I don't think. It feels a little costly, but I don't hate it. We do honestly need more things that can go under Chrome Mox. It was weird not having a target there. And then you say Academy Manufacturer.
When you make a treasure, a clue, or a food, you make all 3 instead.
You know, do we need that? Probably is that win? Is that win more? Yeah, it sounds good on paper. I don't know that Kain cares. Like I'm trying to think of like I had that in my hand. Was there a point where I would want to drop 3 for that?
It's funny because that means your treasures make 6 mana instead of 2 to KCI.
Yeah,
but like that does feel pretty win more.
Yeah, I feel like you'll get there. You'll probably get there regardless. It's probably better to just go for something that will give you more treasures effectively and more draw, like something that buffs you.
I'm glad we were able to build this mono black commander before we got the mono black commander to end all mono black commanders.
Yeah, it feels that way. I don't think we're gonna do another. I don't know if we're gonna do another mono black deck until Gwenum. She's good.
She's disgusting. She's broken.
I want to try that. But I really love what we built here. I feel like you could polish this a little bit more. I think it's a really good mono black deck, though. This seems really, really cool. If there's any more land tutors you can manipulate, like run them, you want to get Homeward Path. But as soon as you do, damn, man.
It goes off, you get the draw engine going, you make Timna jealous with the amount of draw you have.
Kind of, dude. Yeah. Fun deck. Firmly bracket 4. I enjoyed it. Let's answer the age old question. How many spells do you need to cast for your deck to be considered storming? It seems like 4 plus is the answer. Okay. Thanks, guys. 4 plus. Agreed. This is a great deck. I enjoyed this. I'm glad we got to do it. We'll probably do a few more Final Fantasy decks moving into the future. There's so many legends that I wanted to brew, but obviously with Spider-Man, we'll probably start brewing some Spider-Man stuff. Sword of Hearth and Home triggers, gives you Kain back, and you still get the draw. Yeah, Nathan. Yo, tell me about it, bro. Tell me about it, bro.
Yeah, because you give somebody Kain, then you flicker the Kain on their board to get Kain back and get the land. It's so good.
It's quite good. At any rate, that's it for this one. We'll see you next week. I've been traveling so much, but next week is hopefully the last of any major ventures for this month. But like I'm going to be out of town Friday and Saturday, and I should be back Sunday, which means that we'll probably do something midweek instead. We'll sort that out. But if Gwenem is officially on, would it be weird to do just back to back mono black decks?
If it works, it works.
Shit,
to be
dude.
fair, I will say I don't think Gwenem is going to be an interesting build purely because it's just going to be all of the reanimates, all the ways to give haste, and then ramp and top Aether Flux.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I think as just an experiment to see if it works, it'll be fun. But she might be the, like you said, the mono black commander to end all mono black commanders. I could see that. Looking great, you two. Thanks, Calix. I appreciate that. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed the brew. If you did, again, leave it with a like, share it with your friends, call your mom, tell her you love her, and I guess we'll see you on the next one. Hey, Mom, love you. Any closing thoughts, Will?
Bolas Citadel was not on my let's turn this into a commander bingo card.
Just full crotch in the arc? Yeah. What was it? Oh, yeah. Did you want to build Xenos? Or what's his name?
Xenos. I already built Xenos in my free time. It is just pretty much all the protection that you could think of running, a couple kill spells, and then more lands than you'd usually think of in a cEDH deck. It consistently gets Xenos out on like turn 3. It's good.
Yeah, I'm really happy we got to brew Kain. I feel like of Final Fantasy, he seemed like one of the more interesting builds. So again, if there's any suggestions for decks that you guys would want to see, let us know. What was that?
He was cool. He did not play how I thought he was going to play.
Nah, it's Storm. It's Storm,
Yeah,
bro.
Storm.
Where's the Discord link? Oh, you know what? This link might be old. You know what? Before I leave, here, let me get you. Will's face might change. I'm sorry. Oh, I was looking at One Piece spoilers. There's our chat. Hold up. Welcome page. Yep. Give you Will's face again. There you go. Yeah, that link might not be working. So if you want to join the Discord, you can do so right about here. You'll need to refresh the page. For whatever reason, they switched to a model where it like expires after 7 days. So I have to continuously provide a new link. Sorry, guys. What happened to Sonic the Hedgehog? He moved too fast, man. Couldn't catch him.
Slow.
We're just too slow. I thought you promised Sonic last. Did we? Did we talk about Knuckles potentially?
I think we were talking about maybe doing Sonic stuff. The thing is, we talked about doing Kain a month and a half ago.
Yeah, that's pretty.
And just life events kept popping up. Like other things kept popping up that we needed to do brews on. Kain has been on the back burner. We might do Sonic next time. I don't know if we are, only because everybody's already brewed Sonic, and for cEDH wise, it's just Shadow. In casual wise, I don't find the Sonic characters that interesting casually. So I don't know if we'd want to build any of the casual decks. So I don't know if we are going to be doing the Sonic stuff. I don't think that we will. But Shadow is going to be a staple for a lot of decks
Yeah.
because turns out giving everything split second is dumb.
It's not bad. I don't know if is there more Sonic than what we saw? That's it.
I think that that's it, but there's like a lot of there's a lot more than just the Sonic character cards. Like there's a bunch of renamed, refaced versions of things, but it's primarily just the character cards.
Gotcha. All right, gang. Nathan, if we promised it, I wouldn't mind hitting one, but we'll see.
And Calyx, they do have permalinks for Discord, but I think you have to have Nitro to have a permalink, and it's easier for us to just get another copy of the link every week than to pay
Sip the
$5.
Nitro. Yeah, I'm don't hate me. I'm considering getting a pro account with ChatGPT.
Yeah, Nathan, for the Edge of Eternity's ship, yes, we might build that. Inspira, I think is the name of it. Inspira.
Oh yeah, we still have like from that tier list. There was one Edge of Eternity card that seemed so unique.
It's Inspira. That's the Jeskai ship that on start of combat put 2 charge counters on control.
Yes.
And then if it gets enough charge counters, all of your artifacts are hexproof and indestructible except itself.
Oh, I don't care about that. I just want infinite turns.
No, I care about that because that means no one can interact with your crap.
That's true. That's also true. Oh shit, that seems like such a fun deck, dude. Okay, yeah, no, that's next. I'm sorry, that's next. We'll worry about Spider-Man later. It's weird with these brews. People, the relevancy of like a legendary is like within the week, but I don't know, the half-life on these live streams, it always varies. I don't really care too much about the viewership during the live, yes. Afterwards, not necessarily, but I think we get a lot of really good work in with these brews. So I do want to work on decks that won't likely be touched. We'll see.
In Spirit, that is the name of it. In Spirit Flagship Vessel.
That one next. So hype for the tier list. You started building it on the tier show. Yeah, didn't we? Yeah, we literally
talked about it during the Commander tier list, and we're like, we can do that, and we can do that. And I'm like,
is this good? Is this a decent deck? Yeah, that's probably next, Nathan. Yeah. I like that idea.
I
forgot about that. Yeah.
Gibbous. I don't know if Gibbous is still in chat, but Gibbous played the pre-con with like a couple modifications with me like 2 weeks ago, and he discovered the joy of like moving charge counters around and just pulling all of the BS, because I think one thing that we discussed that we might have as a win con in this deck is that one sword from New Capenna that says the equipped creature gets +1/+1 for every counter on it. So all those charge counters are now damage, and you can double its power every turn by tapping your flagship to crew your flagship.
Wait? I'm curious now.
It's tap another creature, so you have to have 2 things to do it, but it's I'll find the New Capenna thing. You can equip it onto a Planeswalker to make it into a Planeswalker creature.
For each counter on it, Luxior. Giada's gift.
Yeah. So that on any of the stations. Very funny.
Okay. That's so weird, dude. Equip Permanent isn't a Planeswalker, and this is a creature in addition to its other types. Yo, that's funny.
Yeah. It's very funny. The flagships that have like 20 charge counters on them. Yes. +20/+20 for 3 mana.
Do the ships have flying?
Yeah, some of them, many of them, yeah.
Okay.
Actually, I think all of them.
They should just all have flying, right?
I think they all have flying.
Just logically.
The elevator doesn't. The elevator is the only one that doesn't.
Does it have reach?
Having this conversation.
Does it have reach?
No. Well, it's not a body. It's not a body.
Okay. Yeah, facts. That's fair. Anyway, guys, we'll leave you with Giada's gift. See ya. Bye-bye. Oh gosh, I have so much stuff I need to do before tomorrow. I have doubles tennis in the morning, and then I need to come home, shower, and then leave for a shoot in Jamaica, Queens. Like my ass, I'm going like 50 minutes out into Queens. But I still need to pack like for said shoot, this camera included. There's so much I need to do. But I think I'm gonna have a beer and just wake up at 6. That's the goal.
Understandable.
That's my
I,
weekend.
I'm gonna be spending my time 3D printing stuff for a personal project. I don't think I've said this to you